Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4, is it, of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I knew I'd be able to say that correctly on at least one attempt someday. We are going to be jumping in with the beginning of Chapter 7. Just a quick note, it was a super busy day. Not a bad day, but one of those days where you're like, oh my goodness, a lot got done, and man, am I looking forward to kicking back and enjoying some time with Star-Lord and friends. So let's go ahead and hit continue. Continue to be relieved that so far we've been extraordinarily lucky, I feel, in that the VODs have not yet gotten muted.
What the hell, buddy? What are you doing there?
You scuts got lucky. We almost murdered.
The word is murdered.
That's what he said. Sheesh, no use being pediatric.
Oh, crap.
Would kill a lot of you. Not you. Mr. Big Words. Nope. Lady H wanted you alive. Not too alive.
Well, then you have failed your mission. Miserably. Peter Quill. These lackluster bounty hunters claim Lady Hellbender hired them to kill us.
Hey, we ain't no slouches. We're part of a league now. No.
I don't remember what I said last time.
It's a legion. What's the difference? Don't know.
You said yourself she'd hunt us to the end of the universe.
I had hoped she'd send a monster, not these two.
We would have murderized you. But don't worry. There's more coming.
Did you hear that, Peter Quill? A silver lining.
Yeah, that's great, Drax.
Won't be long in these clabber tracks.
So, since, again, they're going to be talking, I'm very happy that it picked up here at the actual very beginning of the chapter, so we got to see all of that again. It had previously happened at the end of the previous episode, and this works great.
Not us.
Hey, this is a big mistake. I'm innocent.
Us out soon.
Cosmo, are you out there?
Soon.
Cosmo!
You did kill.
Be silent.
Hello? Cosmo? I really need to use the bathroom.
I don't know what that means. So, so far it's everybody that participated in the fight.
Nice that you finally showed up. Would have been even nicer if you didn't abandon me in the first place.
I never left.
1 minute, we're having a great time, and the next... Wait a second, did you use me as bait?
I am Groot.
Yeah, get your mitts off of him!
I can't move suddenly.
Ow! The little bugger just scratched me.
Oh, I'll do more than that. I'll murderize you.
Hey, guys. Didn't expect to see you here.
Yeah, cram it, Flatnard.
Flatnard?
Yeah, and a scruff chewing one too.
Shut up and get in there.
Come on, dude. What's your problem?
You are. That's why we quit. Yes, you did. Now stop talking to him.
Rocket, buddy, come on. We had a good thing going. You and Groot are better than 2-bit bounty hunters.
Scoff.
What did you say?
I said scoff.
You don't say scoff, you just scoff.
Oh, so now I don't express myself proper like? You know what? You're a real piece of...
I am Groot.
What do you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were about to say,
I am Groot.
I'm roughing that too.
Man.
What? You rough in front of me? I told you a bajillion times, I'm not a roughing animal!
What were you talking about?
You rough...
Sorceress, this.
Where are we?
You would have been still unknown. Cosmo! How you doing, buddy? We were just about...
Guardian of Galaxies will tell Cosmo why they broke into Continuum Cortex. Or Cosmo will conjure worse psychic gulag.
Broke into the...
Do not feed Cosmo Get Biscuits Peter Quill. You work with Blood Brothers. Create distraction so Pesky Raccoon and Sentient Tree Friend can use Continuum Cortex. Cosmo also know Guardian of Galaxies have Nova Tracker on ship.
No, we're not selling out Rocket.
Okay, I'm sure it's just one big misunderstanding. Right?
Right. We're here because something happened on the
Guardian of Galaxy were on Nova Rock.
Yeah, we went to find Centurion Corral and pay our fine. Why?
Strange transmissions spreading across galaxy, like rabbits in springtime. Cosmo sent many team to investigate, none return. Now Nova Rock sending same signal. Guardian of Galaxy will tell me what they saw.
The Nova Corps were killing each other.
It was like they were drinking funky juice or something.
Or joined the cult.
Yeah, during that ritual with the priest. They kept talking about a promise.
Right away, sir. Fraternity of Raptors. Cult of the Negative Zone. Universal Church of
Whoa,
Truth.
stop! That's them. That old man that's with them. His shuttle exploded on the Hallis Hope.
Grand Unifier Raker, leader of the Universal Church of Truths. That name ring bell for Cosmo. His old cult. Very powerful during Galactic War. Now, not so much.
You said the rock was transmitting a signal. What if the religion were somehow...
Yet, the Universal Church of Truths died with Gold-Skinned God.
Let us investigate the Hallis Hope for you.
What?
You said none of your teams returned, right? Seems to me like you're short-staffed, and we want to find out what happened as much as you do.
We do?
So let us investigate for you.
Hello, Mark
Always
Mark.
catch Peter Quill. And not fun kind with ball.
Ball.
What Guardian of Galaxies want in return?
Simple. Drop the charges. Contact Nova Corps HQ and get the World Mind to forgive our fine. Then we'll go.
It's not being so easy.
Face it, dog breath. You need us.
Us?
For now. Unless you got someone else stupid enough to go.
In Soviet Russia, Cosmo would not trust words of capitalist scum. But this is not motherland. And Cosmo no power of collateral. Guardianship, stay on nowhere.
What?
You can't take our ship.
My ship.
How are we gonna find the Hallis Hope?
Ask Pesky Raccoon. Now come, essences of time.
Wait, Cosmo the dog is also a communist? I mean, I know
Where are we
he...
going exactly?
To original settlement. From early days, before Cleveland Group come.
You mean the first mining colony is still here?
Duh. Now abandoned, mostly. And highly restricted.
I know he came from Russia, I just wasn't aware of his personal politics. And hello to Leopard.
This is the place you broke into.
Broke implies it took effort.
Wait, this is the Continuum Cortex?
His best way to reach Nova ship before moves again.
You found Corel.
Where is she?
Nova ship currently in the Leader system, orbiting Michael planet.
Contraxia.
Cosmo not surprised. Pesky Raccoon enjoy garbage planet.
Their restrooms do provide valuable information.
Entire planet now broadcast same signal as Nova Rock. Cosmo not understand purpose or intention.
All them bars, betting parlors. brothels.
Maybe it's not such a bad thing after all.
Cosmo pained to agree with Assassin.
You were having a great time when...
Stop. Now.
We can find Corel and save Contraxia.
Maybe we shouldn't make too many guarantees.
We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is what we do.
I am with you, Peter Quill.
You are.
Of course. It was a rousing speech.
Bootlicker.
How many people know about this place?
Enough.
Is not broadcast across galaxy, but scientists come from many backgrounds.
If
So, what is this? Like another elevator?
They'll figure it out.
Please to stand back, Guardian of Galaxies.
Whoa! What magnificent witchcraft is this?
I know. It's like they've never seen a giant trans-dimensional hand before.
Please to step in palm.
what if things go sideways? How do we get back?
With passport. Can communicate with Cosmo, and if emergency, bring Guardian of Galaxies back.
Better you take it than Captain Valor over here.
His time. Investigate Nova ship. Use passport to report findings.
And you'll speak to the World Mind? Get rid of that fine, right?
Cosmo do best. Good luck, Guardian of Galaxies.
Anyone see any seatbelts?
You better not throw up this time.
This is...
Sorcery?
I was going to say dizzying.
You get used to it.
Are we in space?
We're somewhere between space, between dimensions, between time, between realities even.
What do you mean, between?
We could theoretically go wherever and whenever with this thing. Even the places that don't exist, but do.
It's incredible.
Avengers! Assemble!
What kind of name is Avengers?
Is that sound normal?
Normal. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Oh, Pat Benatar and Joan Jett watch over us.
Who are these gods you speak of?
Goddesses.
Hello to Markintosh.
Drax?
I am not the one laughing. It's obviously an ill omen of our impending deaths. No matter where you hide, I will fight.
Or it's an alternate reality.
I know that sound. I am proud.
Definitely an alternate reality.
Hey, look! It's Spider-Man! Wait, is that Earth? Mom?
Come on, you're late for the promise here. Come on in, Janie. Peter will be up in a second.
Really? Janie?
Okay, next stop, Hal's Hope. Probably. Hold on, Groot. Here we go.
Flark and Hal!
Spread.
Okay, here we go!
This cannot be the correct.
Guys okay?
Do we look okay?
Well, hang in there. I'll try to restore gravity.
Oh, great. We're gonna be stuck like this forever.
Okay, just time out because the story, as noted, keeps going. So Leopard is saying, why do you think Cosmo runs the biggest anarchist commune in space? Is that what Nowhere is? I like, again, I only know of this universe by way of the movies, and although they go to Nowhere, I don't remember them spending like a tremendous amount of time or delving into the political situation there. It's not like Rapture, you know, where you come away with a super clear idea on what the power structure is like by the end of it. But yeah, no, I know of Cosmo, the spacefaring Russian cosmonaut dog. This is the first time that I've seen him. I didn't know that he could speak telepathically. I did not know that he had an automatic ball launcher, which I really liked. So yeah, the idea that he is himself a communist, I guess I just sort of thought that he was sort of agnostic about the whole thing, but sure, if that's the culture you're born into, why wouldn't you think it's great? Also, how old is he? Because dogs, do they have like space serums to help Cosmo live longer, or is that a side effect of being telepathic?
Rocket, buddy, what am I looking for?
Drax, tell Scutlord most ships use external power conduits to generate pseudo-gravity in hyperbaric airlocks.
Nope, useless.
What? I don't... It really wants me to see this.
Something terrible happened here.
What gave it away? The lack of gravity or the general destruction?
Both are undeniable clues.
Might be just what we need.
Then pick it up already.
All right, I'll have you guys on solid ground in a tick. Found some kind of battery. Looks undamaged.
Could be useful. Someone tell Scott Lord to hold on to it.
Hold on to it, Peter Quill.
What's the up button? X. Okay. Sorry, this is a new way of interacting with the world, so it's gonna take a bit to get used to. Wait, what is it? Oh, wait, no, there's another one? Or is it scanning the thing that's already in my hand?
Okay, I've got 2 conduits here.
Someone tell them to turn them on.
Thanks, buddy.
B down. X is up, B is down, A is forward. Y.
Okay, I got the battery installed, Gamora, but nothing's happening.
Seriously?
Fine, I'll tell them. Listen up, slug breath. Tell me what you see.
There's a blue wire and 2 connections, yellow and red, and 1 big green thing.
Don't touch the green thing!
Not a great time to start yelling, dude!
Okay. First, plug the wire to either connection. All we need is a little jump start.
To either one?
It's not brain surgery, just pick one.
Here goes nothing! Oh, crap!
You touched the green thing, did it, you? Fucking great,
Oh, shit.
Everybody, just hold on!
Gravity was not restored.
You had one job, Quill.
I did exactly what?
I have a really bad feeling.
Impressive, Peter Quill.
I didn't know you could do that.
Neither did I.
Those firearms are becoming quite formidable.
Second time they've transformed like that.
Third,
If that was the third time, when was the first?
the day I was kidnapped. And my mom died.
We should continue our investigation for the dog.
We'll need to get this wreckage out of the way first.
Groot's right. Should move if we give it a jolt.
So before that whole thing touched off, there was the indicator saying, "Hey, there's some crafting materials around." I was like, "Oh, I'll get it after I put this in. Surely this isn't going to be the only thing I need to do to turn the gravity back on." And then everything just happened. Leopard says basically no one runs No World. It just sort of runs itself as an anarchist commune. Also, Leopard says that these are electric guns, which is, yes.
Call Cosmo? Let him know what we found so far?
What do you mean, a code word? Fine.
What is this?
Groot won't call the mud until we all agree on a code word.
Could be useful if we get cornered by whatever's on the ship.
How about Quill Kill?
The code word is sweep the leg. And we should hold off calling Cosmo until we figure out what's going on.
We should also standardize our use of the term dog report item to distinguish information of interest to our investigation.
Yep. Sure thing, buddy.
Dog report item. Something caused Nova Corps to abandon their ship.
Maybe they all just quit.
Some people don't give up when things start going wrong.
Was that a crack?
No, it was a pointed criticism.
Guys, Rocket left, but he's back now. That's all that matters.
What of the dog's investigation?
And whether or not Nikki and Karel are okay.
Fine. Multiple things matter.
I'm willing to bet that we need to move some machinery with the...
Tell me more about this job, rodent.
Why?
I am attempting to find common ground with you.
Think the gravity's still out in your brain there, pal.
Is there something we can drop on this, or what do you think? Moderately damaged, no power. Okay, well, we might be able to fix that.
Who are those big red chumps you touched?
Or no?
Couple of idiots called the Blood Brothers. Lady Hellbender sent them.
Guess she's still sore then.
The Monster Queen's rage is unending.
Sorry, although I know that I have electric guns, it's not currently clear to me what I can and cannot shoot with them in order to make things happen. Pod cranes... escape pod.
How many made it out alive?
Not many.
Explain your pessimism.
Alive people let someone know they're alive. And the mutt said he ain't heard from nobody.
He's not wrong. To power another circuit by firing...
But the door's got no juice.
Yeah, I see
Must
it.
be on a different circuit.
Can't you transfer power to it?
I'm not the one with the zappy guns.
Okay. Up there? To power another circuit by firing at an electrical junction. Oh! Okay, so that thing.
Knew what we were getting into here.
No?
He did not require much convincing.
This doesn't seem like it should be hard. To power another circuit by firing at an electrical junction. This super looks like an electrical junction, doesn't it?
That'll do it.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so it's like a switch, left and right. Okay, so we've turned off the air in order to open the door. Guys, I really want that thing down there.
I wonder what else Peter's guns can do.
If you'd let me look at him, I could tell you.
I didn't realize we were hands-off with Rocket and the guns. So, structural integrity may be compromised. Oh, well, maybe we can ask, like, Drax to smash through it?
Drax, gonna need your stomping powers here.
Of course, if you believe you need to.
Alright, that's probably good. There we go. Okay, picking it up. Mr. Bones says sweep the leg was the password on my brother's router. Oh, really? Man, there was something else I was going to ask Bones when he came in. I'm not remembering it. And I'll probably remember it 3 minutes after he has to go. The hell was it? I don't think it was horror movie related. If I think of it, I will ask it, but there was something specific. It was like, man, I'm going to ask Bones about this when he's around. Okay, so we found the thing. No, we didn't. Isn't the thing that I wanted over here? Okay, but we went over here. Got it. Okay, now we can go on with our lives.
Why does that keep happening?
There, you all felt that, right?
Yup.
The same thing happened when I tried to restore the gravity.
It ain't never his fault, is it, Groot?
Mejra. All I know is they told us we were leaving the quarantine zone, even though we... No, damn it, it was about a movie. Oh, it's gonna bother me now. Anyway, even though we still had the rotations, rotations left out there, at first I was glad, thought maybe we'd hit our furlough, but then it started. I don't know where it started, but it crept through the ship. People started to change. We thought it was a virus at first. Maybe that's why we left the QZ. But it got worse. They wanted people to convert to something. We tried contacting New Xandar, but the World Mind wouldn't answer. Not long after, they started killing each other. A few of us made for the escape pods, but they were waiting, or right on our heels. They were everywhere. Some of us escaped. I said I'd stay behind, give them a chance. I hear them over the comms talking about some matriarch. Maybe I can keep hiding, but I don't think I have much longer. Everything hurts, and I just want the hurting to stop.
Looks just like what happened on the rock.
Indeed. It was a desperate attempt at a last defensive position.
If this was a fight, then where are all the bodies?
Good point. There weren't any in the evacuation hangar either.
Maybe everyone escaped.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, Peter.
Okay, we need to get to Carell's office.
Someone tell Quill.
Come on, dude. Can't we just talk to each other?
Fine. You do know your girlfriend probably didn't make it.
Now you are just being spiteful.
Still nothing but emergency power.
Dog report item. Power outage in several sections of the ship.
What are we missing? Let's run through it all.
We got arrested by your girlfriend.
As did the churchman Grand Unifier Raker, and then his ship exploded.
So maybe that's where it started. Raker might have had something on his ship.
A gas, maybe? The explosion could have released it.
I've used something like that before.
Right. Pump it into the vents and it spreads through the jet.
Knew this would come in handy.
Where'd you get a Nova passkey?
Nikki gave it to me, to keep it away from her mom.
We could sell that. It must be worth a couple thousand units.
Do you know what Nova Corps does to people who steal from them?
Look around. How much you want to bet there aren't enough Nova left to execute us?
What do you hope to find here, Peter Quill?
Nikki had all kinds of secret passageways on the ship. Maybe she left a message or something.
You are fond of this girl.
I guess. I mean, we actually had a lot in common. Kinda reminded me of me, you know? It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure her and her mom are okay.
Perhaps Lady Hellbender sent a worthy beast to devour us.
Oh yeah? And how would she know we were here?
Oh no. Please don't.
Wait, who just said who? Please don't. Was that Peter?
Did you know this maintenance worker, Peter Quill?
No.
You seem relieved.
I am.
What the flark are you two doing? Let's go already.
I honestly don't know if I'm advancing.
So what's the deal with Quill and that
I was
kid
hoping to
anyway?
explore and find some extra stuff, and I wanted to use the bench that was back
I
there.
thought he tried to save her just to impress Corel.
What do you mean it worked? There's a tracker on my ship.
Oh, hold on. This is something.
No way. Drax's rap sheet. He's gotta see this. That's not good.
Now we're exploring maintenance tunnels.
It can't hurt, can it? Better we check than miss something.
This place don't look too safe is all.
Nothing up here. I guess I do have one question for Bones, because if it was covered on the podcast, I didn't hear it yet. The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, did that come out good?
Give
Did
me
you
a
like
tick.
that?
I'll be right there.
That wasn't what I was thinking of. There was some other new movie. So I've got 1,500 cylinders and 240 orbs. So what do I like? I kind of like this, although it's inexpensive enough to make me think that it's not that great. Perfect Dodge seems like a real winner. I think I want that one. The only other one would be the shield restoration delay, but combat hasn't been that bad so far. So, I don't know. I kind of want the perfect dodge.
Nah, that ain't exactly a ballistic reaction.
All right, and then maybe one of these later on. The shield restoration delay, I think, would be the winner of the
I've
two.
made it foolproof, just for you.
Oh, interesting. Bones said we talked about it on this week's podcast. So, yeah, I got to listen to this. He says that he hated the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then kind of liked it, and then ultimately fell in the middle. It's always interesting when you're experiencing a movie that way. Like, you're seeing it for the first time, and your opinion is sort of, like, all over the place with it. Okay, so we've done that. I'm not sure that I'm done in there. And also, so I feel like that passageway is going to advance the story. So let me just do one more thing, specifically here in the bottom floor. I'm not sure that I looked around and found whatever. So let me just slide in here again real quick. We probably got it all. I just want to be sure because this particular environment is very maze-like. Also, what does it say about Peter and/or his friends that they think that the only reason that he saved Nikki was to impress her mom? Like, what if she was just in danger? Oh, yep, see, hold on.
I wonder if they'll find anything.
Like a way to turn the power back on.
What is that? That doesn't sound right at all.
Or some kind of end what happened?
Did we all hear that? Okay, well, the game hasn't crashed, and I'm still here as far as I know, so that was weird. I thought you should know that your daughter continues to miss at least half of her training sessions, and when she does show up, she's frequently late. She continues to borrow equipment outside of her access levels and rarely returns it. We've caught her snooping in off-limit sectors and pestering her superior corpsman. Centurion Khamed recently foiled her attempt to stow away on a quarantine zone patrol shuttle. I want to be clear, she remains an exceptional recruit. She passes her exams with few mistakes, and she knows her material, and that is the reason why I've tolerated her eccentricities. But she's put me in an uncomfortable situation. My peers are starting to suggest I'm going easy on her only because she's your daughter. I don't want to remove her from the program, but I can't keep covering for her. I hope you understand, and I hope you can get through to her. So it seems like Nikki probably hid that from her mom, and now I think that we found everything. Because everything else would be up, and we looked up. Yeah, Markintosh said that was freaky. I thought my PC crashed. Yeah, I thought the game crashed. I think what happened was Gamora's voice line got a little bit hitchy. This game looks fantastic. And then, like what just happened there, where instead of like sidling through, squeezing through the squeezy through place, he just sort of like stopped for a second and then sprinted through with his shoulders clipping through. Or we've seen on a couple of occasions, like they'll be on an elevator and like Groot will just start vibrating between dimensions, like he's out of Sonic 06 or something. So it's like, I don't know if that's the patch that they did afterwards to like do some of the ray tracing effects, if that's a little bit weird in some way, and maybe those effects wouldn't happen if we had that off, because we're playing with everything on. But more than likely, it's just a little bit fluky, and that's fine.
What's causing this?
Leopard is saying, why does everybody want to go to the quarantine zone? Because that's where the party is, man. That's where all the hot shit's going down. And anyone can go to nowhere.
Dog report item. Strange rumbling on ship continues.
Maybe keep track of your items mentally?
That is what I am doing.
He means... Never mind.
You gotta know the phrase that pays to get into the QZ.
Then we can figure out where this started. You know where we are, Gamora?
Not really. Nova never really let me out of their sight.
They had good reason not to trust you.
This again?
I was only stating that Nova's position of not trusting you was accurate. At the time, you have since proved yourself a worthy ally.
The longer we bicker, the more we might miss.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, you get that off the placemat?
All I'm saying is we're in this up to our necks, and we'll need to work together.
Wow, it really wants me to know that I am very dead. Plus, like, wasn't it in the Division? Like all the best gear is in the no, that was the hot zone. What was that called in the Division? The dark zone.
Why does that keep happening?
There, you all felt that, right?
Yup.
The same thing happened when I tried to restore the gravity.
It ain't never his fault, is it, Groot?
Dast. Looks just like what happened on the rock.
Indeed. It was a desperate attempt at a last defensive position.
Good bottleneck for it.
If this was a fight, then
So,
where are all the bodies?
does it go in here again?
Good point. There weren't any in the evacuation hangar either.
Maybe everyone escaped.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, Peter.
Knew this would come in handy.
Where'd you get a Nova passkey?
Nikki gave it to me to
I
keep
don't
it
think
away
you
from
can
her
use
mom.
that with that rocket.
We could sell that. It must be worth a couple thousand units.
Do you know what Nova Corps does?
So we don't have to.
If you want to bet there aren't enough Nova left to execute us.
We don't have to read anything. I just want to make sure that we got it, because the game pretty clearly did not expect me to die sliding down that thing.
Nikki had all kinds of secret passageways on the ship. Maybe she left a message or something.
You are fond of this girl.
I guess. I mean, yeah, she had a lot in common. Kind of reminded me of me, you know?
I do not know.
It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure her and her mom are okay. Oh no. Please don't.
Did you know this maintenance worker, Peter Quill?
No.
You seem relieved.
I am.
What the flark are you two
Oh, when he's coming up here, he thinks maybe briefly that's Nikki. That's what's going on. Wow, I'm suddenly glad that we had to replay this for some reason. Because I wasn't sure what was going on for him, but when he says that he's relieved that he doesn't know this maintenance worker, I think that's where he's like, oh man, that for a second he thought that it was Nikki. So we already read this. We're just going to press B before Gamora's voice glitches out again. And this time, you know, new pact.
That's not good.
Don't jump at the end of that slide. The only other thing is, do I need to buy that upgrade again? Again, I don't think so, because we didn't have to do anything else, but just sidle right through here.
Yeah, bad idea. I need Rocket.
If only I knew where Rocket was.
Peter, leave Rocket's tools alone.
So what's the deal with
Okay,
Quill and that
fine,
kid
everyone.
anyway? The cadet.
I don't know.
Still nothing but emergency power.
Dog report item. Power outage in several sections of the ship.
What are we missing? Let's run through it all.
We got arrested by your girlfriend.
As did the churchman Grand Unifier Raker, and then his ship exploded.
So maybe that's where it started. Raker might have had something on his ship.
Wish I knew the layout of this tub better. Then we could figure out where this started. You know where we are, Gamora?
Not really. Nova never really let me out of their sight.
They had good reason not to trust you.
This again?
I was only stating that Nova's position as your trusting was accurate. At the time, you have since proved yourself a worthy ally.
The longer we bicker, the more we might miss.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, you get that off a placemat?
All I'm saying is we're in this up to our necks, and we'll need to work together to get out of it.
Believe me, I would have liked to have said the other thing, but that feels like not really cheating or save scumming since I didn't intend to die, but, you know, if I make a choice, I want to see it through.
Strange that this area is abandoned.
There has to be someone on this ship.
Probably waiting.
No wonder we've been stumbling around in the dark.
Whoa, ho, ho, look at you, you sexy beast.
Stop flirting, Rocket. Is it supposed to be upside down?
Only if you wanted to channel all the ship's power up through the ceiling. Makes no sense to me.
There must be a reason. A bad one. Try that console.
Oh.
We can use this to re-invert the core, or de-invert... Devert?
Rocket.
The console's safety locked because the mounting arms are retracted. If we can pop them out of them side panels, we can flip the core.
Alright. I'm not going to be surprised if we wind up using the electro gun to solve this.
Huh. Looks like the arms are stuck without any power.
I bet we could jumpstart them.
How?
Gotta be a power cell somewhere.
Locking clamp. Yeah, so I think that these panels is what it was saying that we needed to extend. Pierce provides springboard for ascension. Okay.
Gotta get them
Well,
arms out.
then we
Yeah,
probably
I'm
got to send
working on
Gamora
it.
up.
There's gotta be more machinery up there. Gamora, give me a boost.
Of course.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Definitely something up here. Hell yeah, it worked.
You know, them guns would make better engineering tools than weapons.
Nice try. Let's get the other one free.
Also, I highly doubt that anybody would want to play a space game where there was some sort of an engineer who used engineering tools to survive and fight monsters. That would be crazy. If they ever did make a game like that, I hope that it would get canceled after the third one for no reason.
All right, Gamora, let's get the second one done.
Oh.
Okay,
Right there should be fine.
let's do this.
Oh! I didn't go at the right angle. Okay.
That did it. Get back down here. Now let's let's see what we can... Oh, Scott!
Okay, lightning shots ricochet between enemies that are close to each other. Enemies hit by the lightning shot are incapacitated for a short time.
We've got incoming!
Yeah, more of them infected freaks!
I was hoping we'd find Nova Corps here, but not like this.
Now we know who inverted the core!
Oh,
But why? Stupid Nova armor! Remind me to sharpen my blade!
I think we're all gonna need some repairs after this. Slash him, Gamora!
I thought you'd never... Starting to wonder if there's anybody left in the Nova Corps who isn't crazy!
Horror movie rules, people! Do what you gotta do to survive!
I hope we didn't fight alongside any of these guys in the war!
We'll make sure they get a heroic death!
Bye-bye, Nova Corps nerds!
oh, no, they need lightning shots.
They seek to reverse our progress! We ain't letting them flip it back over again! No, they ain't tops, they're freaks!
Okay,
Stay on to these fools!
What's next, Peter?
Got one of the whacked out space cops!
Way to knock some sense into him!
So the white shards, those refill your special ammo, is that right? Between the frost shot and the lightning shot?
Good! I might actually feel their pathetic.
Did you notice the rumbling stuff when we flipped the reactor away from the ceiling?
We must find a way up there and discover why. For the dog report.
Rocket, what's that console telling you?
That you should come do the honors.
Okay.
Okay, but time out, because I was actually thinking between episodes, I have a lot of unspent ability points. I'm not saving them for anything. I'm just making bad choices. So rather than going with one of the level 3 ones or even two of the level 3 ones, we can do, well, then again, do I want to skip the level 3 ones? Because I could do 2 level 3 ones now because of my bad decisions. No. I really want to get the level 2 ones because I didn't mean to skip anything. So Gamora dashes between enemies, striking each one once and dealing moderate damage. If only one enemy is present, she will attack it several times. All right. Or I could do 1 level 2 and 1 level 3, but I don't know. I want everybody to have their level 2 ability. Among other things, it allows us to make use of them, I think, more frequently. Drax charges forward, dealing moderate stagger damage to all enemies in a line. And then I think the other two have their level 2 abilities already. And Star-Lord certainly does. So, yep. So next ability point, we get to do something cool.
Surprise! This whole thing's a lift. We can ride it all the way up there.
I guess Nova grunts and grease monkeys don't get the cool flying suits.
Typical. Nobody respects their engineers these days. If you want efficiency, you gotta make... Whoa! Flark!
Locking clamps! They're shutting us down!
More freaks approach.
Flarkers de-reinverted the core again!
Just have to re-invert it back!
After we take some heads! Bet you've never felt so alive, though!
Oh god, it's those lightning mines. Those are the worst. By the time I see them, they're hitting me.
It's not the shield, it's the mine! Enough already!
So, let's take that sprint-neck soldier out then!
Let's do that line thing.
Watch the large one's explosive!
Yeah, we gotta get the large one's explosives here.
Looks like even she's got her limits!
Must be cold!
Can I just help her up, or do we have to do a funkadelic thing. The huddle.
I require your help, Peter Quill.
Hey, Quill! I think the big guy's seen stars!
Crap. Ugh.
Next time, you're on your
Okay,
own.
I'm feeling like it's probably huddle time.
That floating mine guy is really starting to tick me off!
So, let's take that sprint-neck soldier out then! Get off me, you scut-knocking flark bags!
Hang tight!
Get up, get up. Not into the mines though. So, yeah.
Who starts a gunfight near a reactor core? Guys, huddle up!
Last time I guessed wrong, or I gave a bad inspirational speech.
Everywhere we turn, our enemy confounds us, Peter Quill. It seems we no longer remember how to fight.
Oh, I remember, big guy. But these flarknards are destined tough.
No longer remember this one?
Yes, it's tough out there. But have you forgotten who we are? We fear none.
Flarkin' right.
Because we've never known another way. Shoot from the gun, cross us, and you know you'll pay. Who's with me?
Wise words, Peter
Nice
Quill.
one, Peter!
Great!
What is next, Peter Quill?
Nerd lost his footing! Sweep him off his feet! Watch the mine!
Just immediately into the mines though.
They have come to defend the fort.
Not gonna happen!
It'll be a slice!
Definitely not the Nova Corps I was hoping to find here!
At last, I was growing bored.
I hate banging up my sword on Nova Corps gear!
We survive all this, Scott, and I'll make you a new one! A bigger one! Maybe with guns on it!
Okay, I wasn't sure if the lightning gun might do something extra when he was also frozen.
This isn't Nova Corps! They can't hold it responsible!
Reach the shield!
We'll handle them all. Do not let them distract you.
Back to ice.
Murder squad first!
I'm ready! Just find me an opening!
Here's an opening. He's not doing anything right now.
Feel this?
Rocket, take it down before we alert the whole ship!
Wait, Y and B, I'm pressing it so much.
All right, let's get those clamps off so we can keep moving.
I will tear them from their sockets.
Ain't gonna work, Musclehead. But this time, we've got a control room to play with.
Leopard was asking, do the lightning guns do anything to these guys? They don't appear to,
Good. We will not be
but
stopped by clamps.
Gah! Sneaky dash bags. They scrambled the power circuit, so I can't release them.
I might be doing it wrong.
Tired of these clamps.
Gonna have to reroute the circuits one by one to reset the power grid. Here, I'll get the door for you. You should be able to see the grid with your visor.
Okay, visor's up, now what?
You should see power grids along the walls around here. Find their powered up nodes.
Looking for glowy power nodes.
Right. When you find them, you need to electrify the junction switch in the direction you want the power to flow.
Shoot them with electricity?
Yeah, we're aiming for big, glowing lines routing back towards the clamps in the middle.
I am in the wrong room. The trouble is I'm not 100% sure where the right room is. Does this door open?
You know, normally you're
No.
not supposed to travel through dimensions without a quarantine and a decompression on the other side.
Should we be concerned?
Just keep an eye out for the warning signs. Mental degradation, paranoia, aggressive behavior.
I feel like that's already an accurate description of our team. How would we tell?
Okay, hold on. We got something going on here. What's
Groot,
this?
I think I have an idea. Use your roots to raise that platform with me on it. Kind of a Groot root boost thing.
Okay, then put it up there. Oh, it looks like there's something over there, too. Yeah, is that a smash opener?
Here.
Okay. Well, I came up here first, so let me see what's up here. Ah. All right.
Did that do anything?
Not yet.
That's gotta be one of the power nodes. Just need to reroute it.
And you can get through there.
I need a hole
Oops.
here to reach the grid.
And you will have one.
That's another power node.
Oh, I gotta shoot it from here.
I see it now. You've got half of it rerouted. Now work on the other room.
Okay. I'm getting the hang of this. Might be gunning for your job soon.
You want to trade? I'm happy to sit in the captain's seat.
You frequently sit in the captain's seat.
Did not just hear that.
Oh, Leopard. Thank you, Leopard. Leopard is pointing out that you can scan the enemies to get more info. I'm not joking even a little bit. I consistently forget that.
All that power?
Perhaps they are recharging their personal devices.
They're what?
Their electronic tablets and assorted communication gadgetry.
And do you think they would need power from the ship's core for that?
I am no expert in Nova technology.
Got a locked door. Can you open it?
No. Can you route power to it?
Not from here. I'll try to find a way around.
Yeah, I want that, whatever the upgrade parts are. Okay, so here's a lifto
boy.
point.
Groot's gonna be happy. Another power node.
Okay, that's probably what I wanted to do. So far, I'm just switching them as I find them. There doesn't seem to be a lot of, subtlety to it so far, but that probably means that I'm missing something cool.
Groot, need your help, buddy. Root boost, please.
Oh, hello to Mothra. Yes, enjoying the game very much.
It's a peacekeeping ship.
Capable of extreme violence.
That's the whole idea. A deterrent if it has to move in to mediate a conflict.
Sounds boring.
Carell would probably agree with you. Okay, I bet I can reroute the power to get myself back out of here.
Solid plan.
Hell yeah! Who's smarter than Nova Corps? Huh. What did that open?
Something over here. Oh! We got some sort of collectible.
Kinda wondering why Cosmo didn't
Nova Corps outfit.
do this himself.
It is simple. Required professionals.
Yeah, the poocher don't even need to lift the paw to take down Lady Hellbender's invincible goons needs us. Real likely.
Good.
Okay.
We agree on something.
So there is another shooty thing here that may or may not turn that on. Okay, but I don't care about that. That's just like a fan. But if I put that on, now it goes...
Now get into the control room and hit that clamp release. I'll re-invert the core at the same time and get us moving again.
Are they still doing another Metroid Prime game, or was that just Metroid Dread? Because this game is making me miss Metroid.
Doors open, and I got the power flowing through.
Almost qualified to be a junior engineer.
Thanks.
Mothoth is saying, LOL, quote, what did that open? I find myself saying that a lot in games. You know where that was, like, the worst for me? I never played the original Tomb Raider, like the original Tomb Raider, but I did play the demo, and that's how I felt when I was trying to play that game. You would do a thing and then have, frankly, in my view, no idea what had been done. You pull a switch, and you're aware that there's now a timer, but you're not even sure where you're supposed to be headed. I feel like modern video games, or games that followed in the years after, sort of figured that out, like, not even knowing what the challenge is supposed to be isn't necessarily fun. So so then they invented that thing where like the camera would go over and show you what happened. So at least now you know what you're supposed to be trying to do. Before I hit continue, Mia recently played a game that I frankly thought kind of got that wrong, which was Etherborn. I was actually just texting about that with her today. That was the weirdo puzzle game with like the variable gravity, and you would frequently take an action in that game and have no idea what it meant or why you had done it. You only knew that you were trying to like get to the next level, but had very little direction in how you were supposed to do that, and it was very frustrating. So yeah, I feel like games at some point mostly worked out the what even did that do, and I'm relieved for it.
Road sprite. Maybe we should just call Cosmo, tell him we tried, and port the Flark out of here. It ain't our fault Scud was locked down.
We will not fail at our mission.
I mean, that sounds great and all, but we usually fail at our missions.
Not this time. Our work here is important.
Wait, am I pressing the button? What's the go button? Because Rocket is standing here. What do I do? Do I tell him to do it? No, I can't do Guardian mode.
This would go a lot faster if we all had the ability to scan.
Yeah, you got any priceless lattice hex ornadium crystals lying around? I'll gladly build you one.
Okay, so
No,
we
ain't got any. We only had the one.
What do your goggles do?
That's classified.
So I feel like we have to like turn those on. Okay, a couple thoughts. I thought that we were retracting this so that we could keep moving. Now I see that I think there's like an additional step. I think. Because this doohickey turned sideways again.
She has experience.
And I don't know how to make it not be sideways.
Same results either way, right?
Would you rather paint with a paintbrush or a mop?
Nope.
Neither.
Okay, no, I can do it. But why would I want to? Like, we did that. Am I supposed to go into the room where Rocket was? Nope, this is another chamber. It's not even because I paused for a second. I didn't realize there was another step to this. I thought that it was just you run the power correctly and then you can hit the button. Ah, okay, it is this button.
The clamps are unclamped.
Slick. Now get back in here before we leave you behind.
Yeah, let's see how far you get without your button pusher.
Now that we know the infected Nova are here, we can agree that whatever's going on upstairs is really bad, right?
They were furious when we removed their power source. Must be important to their effort here.
Can't wait to smash it. Whatever it is.
And then get back to Cosmo for our reward.
All right, this is our floor.
Also, Mothoth was saying that Metroid Dread, as in like Judge Dredd, sounds like a crazy crossover. All right, well that was worth a shot. This is
This has potential.
a Drax Smashable.
Drax, hit that panel where all the wires connect.
Step aside.
Hey, it's kind of narrow on this side.
Together, have a few laughs.
What's that?
Nothing.
No, that! They must have flipped the core back. Something's powering up again.
Great. Now we're stuck in the ventilation. Great job, Quill.
Dude, I know you're peeved, and I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Really? That's it?
In case you hadn't noticed, there's more important things happening right now than Quill saying he's sorry.
Hello, Azric. The day was very, very busy. In a pretty productive way, I hope.
Scud! What are these Franklin gaboons doing to Contraxia?
What is this thing, Rocket?
I don't know! Looks like it's siphoning something!
Something to do with those cubes?
Don't know! I gotta get a closer look!
Peter Quill, we have been in this hangar before.
Damn it.
On something.
No one's gonna call it Energon, huh?
Item. Massive device siphoning energy from Contraxia.
Corral would never have allowed this to happen to her ship.
So, you think she escaped?
I don't know! She could be holed up in her office!
Why are we all shouting?
Not leaving till we find out what happened!
This is where the Churchman's shuttle exploded.
Yeah, well, it looks a little different now!
Because of the giant machine, yes, but I assure you, Peter Quill, this is where you and the girl almost fell to your deaths.
Okay, which hopefully means that we got all the collectibles on our first time through.
So what is it?
I think they're using the ray to fill some kind of battery. Standard galactic I/O ports, Regalian glass mat separators, Kree cathodes.
I understood some of those words.
I ain't never seen nothing like it. Energy readings are all over the place, but I can't tell what kind of energy it is. What the flark?
I feel like I'm headed over there, but that might also be to my doom. Oh, no, we need a Groot.
Groot! We need to check out that giant raid thing! Can you get us across?
Dog report item! We gotta destroy this thing!
We don't even know what it is!
Plus, we'd probably end up taking out the entire ship!
And us with it!
Oh, I've made a bad choice.
Let's avoid the scary beam!
Good advice!
Guardian of Galaxies, Cosmo check. Investigation lead him to believe Hollow is key to galaxy mystery. What is that noise?
We are compiling an extensive dog report.
Flark the report. Tell him his magic hand almost got us killed.
Intraxia isn't looking so good.
They're killing it is what they're doing.
Tell Cosmo what is happening.
They've got this giant ray thingy pointed at the planet. It's collecting some kind of energy.
Have Guardian found Centurion Corel?
Not yet.
Guardian must find her. May have answers we need.
Very brief pause just to answer Azric's question more thoroughly. Thursday is frequently a day that I'll try to get as much done as possible so that things are sort of well structured to make for hopefully a comparatively light Friday and an easy entry into a nice weekend. And on that note, it seemed to go along those lines. Fingers crossed it, we got a lot done. Not sure, because not every problem got resolved, but hey, we do the best we can every day, and then hopefully have a chance to relax and enjoy some fun game time.
Madness.
Hold on to what?
Also, Mothoth said the gameplay looks similar to Fallen Order. I feel like it's less technical so far. Also,
Fighting Centurions will be necessary here, woman.
Jet-propelled Novacore Elite, highly evasive, recommend constraining movement to cripple defenses, thermo-based systems comprised by sudden drop in temperature. Okay, so that's a good hint.
We're gonna need a strategy to take them out!
Should we focus on this one?
You see Cadet Gold anywhere? About Yato?
Now is not the time for conversation.
Get down here! Let me shoot you!
Yeah, the combat is rather less technical than Fallen Order, but I am enjoying it a whole bunch.
Oh, come on! Really? A Centurion!
Knock them to the ground. I will finish them.
What does this do?
You're gonna pay for whatever you're doing to Contraxia!
We're gonna stop him, Rocket!
I wondered how we would fare against the Centurion.
Centurions have a lot of tricks up their sleeves!
Precision is key here, guys!
My plan is to blast them! We're gonna stop them, Rocket!
Lost
Oh, hold on.
They must be vulnerable to certain tactics.
Let us all know when you figure out what it is.
I don't like the beam that's on me, though.
Since I blew something up.
Okay.
Gamora, cut back!
The Centurion is quick.
Oh, I'm out of juice.
Elevated.
Once he's down, you'll get your chance, Drax.
Okay, I need to make these shots count because I don't have a lot of them.
We could use the coordination ourselves.
Scott! How do we fight a flying enemy? Had your girlfriend come to finish us off?
Careful!
Gamora! Eat this!
About time!
Ha! The flying one has been grounded.
This has got my name on it!
Too fast for my bombs!
Ground this traitor that I may bash his skull.
Nope, out of juice.
Why don't you bother some of the boring plans? You're beyond being reasoned with.
Okay, let's Drax him because that does a lot of Oh, he missed.
We're just looking for Corral. Maybe you've seen her?
There we go.
Talking, Peter! It'll draw their fire!
My God, she's dodging my shot! No, Gamora!
I shall enjoy this.
Dodge this!
Okay, now
Well
Drax
done.
him.
He shall fly
Do
no
some
more.
Drax stuff.
I'm on it!
Ice, baby! Okay.
Hey, wait, hold on. Wait, isn't that reference too old? What? I don't know why that suddenly bothered me, but Ice Baby, isn't that like isn't that after? I need to stop. I need to let go of this, but he left in the 80s, didn't he? Like, he and his mom were wearing like big mullets and big like 80s hair, and Vanilla Ice, wasn't that 90s? Am I wrong? Sorry, I don't know why that bothered me as much as it did.
Ground zero for whatever's happening. We gotta find Corral, get some real answers.
You have any idea where she is?
I'm thinking we check her office. I don't even know how we can get there.
You know a way out of the hangar?
Yeah, Drax spotted it on our way in. We can use the hole Nikki and I fell into when Raker's shuttle exploded.
You know, we never did talk about why you jumped after her, Peter.
Because it was the right thing to do.
We should hurry. More zealots could.
Drax, gonna need you to drag this over.
Oh, hold on, I might need to
have a plan.
That ain't right.
That seemed like a wasted effort.
All plans need steps to succeed.
What new age scribble have you been reading? We need to stop the batteries from moving, Peter.
Really thought that might work. What am I missing?
Well,
Rocket, can you see where that vent leads?
Anything to get out of here.
We should be prepared in case the beast tries to destroy this machinery.
There you go. I've done my part.
Yeah, thanks.
We still need a way through.
oh, wait, no, it didn't grab anything though. So Bones is clarifying Ice Baby was 1990. So yeah, they could have been wearing big 80s styles then. We didn't all suddenly start wearing flannel and grunge in, you know, exactly in 1990.
Ain't it already in your report?
I shall add it again.
Okay, there is an additional step here, and I'm not sure what it is yet. So they stopped the batteries, but why do I want a big blue arm? I need to remove one of the batteries, right? I cannot do Guardian mode, so I cannot ask them to do anything. I'm not...
I still do not understand what could lead to all this.
So, any new ideas on what the oversized vacuum is actually doing to Contraxia?
No power. Right.
If we had the Milano, I could drag one of these battery things aboard.
You could!
I mean, we could!
Oh.
You asked nicely.
Nope. At one point, I probably could have dropped this on somebody, but that time has passed. Support line compromised. I kind of don't feel like this is...
Just like I thought. Impressive work.
Oh!
Just hope it does not cause an explosion.
Well, let's not stick around to find out.
All right, come on, the tunnel's just past here.
We got lucky no one else showed up.
It didn't occur to me to shoot it a second time. I was like... it didn't work the first time.
The Unifier has detected an intrusion. Spread out.
It will be contained.
By her will.
Move! There's too many of them.
In the hole, jump!
Still don't get why you jumped after the kid back then. Top 10 dumbest things I ever saw you do.
You should have seen how worried he was.
Hey, Star Pants was our ticket with the captain. I was worried his death would lead to more jail time.
It was adorable.
I hate you all.
Okay, Groot. I think I know my way around. We just need to get into the tunnels on the other side there. Pretty sure this is right.
Pretty sure?
Everything was on fire last time.
I couldn't make that happen.
No, Rocket, no!
Ain't that a piece of the Uniflyer's old ship?
Unifier.
Yeah, whatever.
When we were arrested, they mentioned Rick got caught for the same thing we did.
Not exactly the same.
He got caught scavenging in the quarantine zone. How is that not the same?
We were not scavenging for the same thing.
Nikki mentioned something about fishing for a god, I think.
Kind of deity inhabits the quarantine zone.
The kind that should probably stay quarantined.
I did not realize you and the girl fell down so far, Peter Quill.
I didn't fall. I jumped. Heroically.
Okay, we probably shoot this down or maybe cut it down. Could fall at any moment if remaining cables are severed.
So, how did you and Nikki get through here last time?
I don't remember anything being in the way before. Just a lot of fire.
So visor up already. Figure something out.
It's just, I guess I'm always at least partially keyed into any references that Peter's making, like sweep the leg? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure he would know that. Melrose Place? That seems like it's getting a little bit past his time.
The captain and her kid are probably dead, right?
Corral survived the worst of the war. And a relationship with Peter.
Still willing to bet they didn't survive this.
You'd wager on whether or not a mother and child are dead.
Nikki's one of the most resourceful kids I ever met, and Corell's a warrior. I'd bet on both of them any day of the week.
Oops.
Don't get cocky, Quill. Just because you won that bet in the quarantine zone.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Whoa, watch out!
You okay?
Groot says we should start thinking about exit plans.
The exit plan is to call Cosmo after we get the answers we need.
Answers you need, maybe.
Be careful down there, Peter Quill.
Yeah, definitely a lot sparkier than last time.
That'll work.
Also, when Rocket translated for Groot, he didn't even give us an I am Groot that time. So, what is this, do you think? Okay, maybe don't shoot the electricity while standing in the water. Please remove to lessen threat of shock. Okay. Why is this here? Yeah?
What do you say, Gamora, now that the floor can't kill us?
I say, no problem.
Okay.
Well, definitely no sign of Nikki or Corell.
I mean, I guess that's good news.
Okay, of all the Nova Corps outfits that we found, I kind of think that hers is the best. Like, Groot's just looks like ultra silly. But hers actually looks like armor. All right. And so now we're just here.
Dog report item. The rumbling continues.
Poor Contraxia.
Mothoth is asking, do you think Star-Lord would pick up new things to reference once he's in contact with Earth and Earthlings again? You'd think, but man, it would be such a disappointment, I would think, from where he, like, oh man, reestablishing contact from Earth. What are our hot new... It would all be like internet memes, wouldn't it? Oh, God.
Does not strike me as very safe here, Peter Quill.
Better this than getting shot at.
Speak for yourself.
You'd rather get shot at?
More fulfilling to shoot someone I don't like than look for someone I don't care about.
Our leader seems to care, and so we should also pretend to care.
Of course you would.
Also, I feel like modern pop culture references have a much, much, much shorter half-life. Like, you don't see a lot of people making, like, references to Lost or Game of Thrones. Remember how big Game of Thrones was? And now it's just gone. Who talks about it at all? What are like our ironically some of our major sort of like cultural touchstones are things like Star Wars or the Marvel movies, which a lot of people like to hate on, but that's because they're popular and a lot of people go see them. And it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not to say that there's not issues with the Marvel movies, but my point is that like it's the thing that people know about. Is there like a common touchstone for like television shows now, or I don't know, music? It feels like our culture has gotten very diffuse, so there's a lot of space to pursue the particular things that you're interested in, which may have very little crossover with others, which is fine. Maybe sports, I don't know. Peter doesn't seem like much of a sports guy, although I don't know when this game takes place, so it may be moot anyway. Well, I mean, if Peter left Earth late enough to know Ice Ice Baby, so let's figure 90, 91, somewhere in there, like early enough that he and his mom weren't like wearing super regrettable styles at the time, and he's like an adult now, so call him maybe in his 30s, late 20s, early 30s. So what would this be like? God, I'm terrible at math, but you know, add on about 20 years maybe to where he started. So what is that? 2001, 2021? Wait, how am I so bad? 2011, maybe 2011. Could be later than that. I don't know. Why did we come over here? Are we going back outside? Did I come in here just for that one pickup? You know what I feel like I'm going the wrong way though. I don't think they followed me in here to watch me pick up that one pickup. Maybe what I wanted to ask Bones about was like the Peacemaker. Ah, here we go. I didn't see this before. It felt like a lot of people liked that show. I don't know anything about Peacemaker as a character.
Okay, don't remember this green gas being here last time.
Nor about the show.
You mean deadly green gas.
This whole ship's a death trap now.
I'm sure there's a way to unburst these pipes.
There better be, because there's no way I'm walking through that.
What about your magical ice weapon, Peter Quill?
I was just thinking that.
Easy peasy.
Okay, that was bad, even for you.
Ah, more death gas.
Maybe Nikki and Corral are using it to protect themselves.
Or, and hear me out on this, maybe they're dead.
You know what, man? You're being a real jackass, like, way more than usual.
Tension is palpable.
Can you
Oh,
both
okay.
please just get over this?
Agreed. Either resolve your issues or fight to the death.
Look, Rocket. I know I suck sometimes. We all suck sometimes. Pretty sure it's why we ended up together.
I do not suck.
Point is, I care about us. But right now, we're not the ones in danger. And Nikki's just a kid, man.
Long as we're clear on the you sucking part.
Clear as day.
Boy, thank God we have the visor to tell us that this is malfunctioning.
So,
Okay.
any new ideas on what the oversized vacuums actually doing contraxia?
A few. None of them good.
Seriously? Hold on a second. Well, let's see if anybody else has any ideas. No, I can't Guardian Vision this. We've got a door that's slamming at high rate of speed. I can shoot him with the ice gun, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I can shoot it with the electricity gun that doesn't seem to do anything. And I can't ask any of the Guardians for help. I have no idea. And that's just forward, right? I haven't missed any pickups yet that I know of. Nope, it's not an amount. So there must be something else in this room, something that I can jump to? No. Nope. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that going in that is going to advance it, which is fine. We might still be able to circle around back from the other side. I don't see anything through the door that I can shoot or interact with. Yep, and it really doesn't like me touching it. Also just going back just to get a different...
This is the right way, Peter Quill.
No, I'm 100% sure it's the wrong way.
I'm investigating.
Oh, hello to Grumpy. Also, Bone said, I've only seen one episode of Peacemaker. I love the Suicide Squad. My understanding is that James Gunn really went back to his trauma roots for the show, far more than with the Suicide Squad movie. As with his Guardians of the Galaxy movies, though, the characters are not typically portrayed as humorous in the comics they're sourced from. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that Guardians isn't played for comedy in the comics, because I've never read it. And I've also been wondering, like, the whole thing where, like, Guardians of the Galaxy is so heavily steeped in pop culture music, is that only from the movies? Or, like, if you're reading comic books, is Peter constantly listening to, like, pop music from the 80s? Guys, I have no idea. I might have to just walk away from this and hope that it circles back later. Yeah, I don't see anything to interact with here, so we will move forward. And if I miss out on those upgrades, I will be disproportionately upset by it.
It grumbles more incessantly than a Catathian without breakfast.
We really need to get you something to eat.
Now where the flark is he going?
He's looking for clues, I think.
Yeah. Clues. Interesting. Bone says no. The whole pop music thing. Wow, can you imagine? It's like being the inventor of Harley Quinn. It's like...
Got something for you, Drax.
Absolutely not.
Oh. Okay.
Gamora, snip, snip.
Yep,
I knew Gamora could do it. I thought that maybe Drax could punch it down too.
You sure this is the right way?
Just keep your eyes open.
You know, Peter, if Nikki and Karel really are...
They're not.
I'm just saying we should be ready for anything. Any trace of Karel or Nikki over there, Peter?
Or something that explains them weird battery things?
Or something to eat.
No, no, and no.
But just the idea that James Gunn has, at least on a long-term basis, if not permanently, left a permanent mark on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Did you find a dog report item?
No, nothing dog report worthy. And still no signs of Nikki or Karel.
In the face of death's infinite mystery, Catathians
Oh, hold on, I forgot that this was a slide thing. I can't get back up this way, can I? Oops. Okay. Well, then, back to plan A. And also, hello to Grumpy. Grumpy, I saw that you have now moved on to Horizon Forbidden West. I'm sure that it is of a surprise to no one that that is certainly on our list as well. So I haven't been able to watch those streams. Please don't fall. I just wanted to see what was up here. Hello. Also, I mean, phrased a slightly different way, James Gunn probably is the reason that most people know who the Guardians of the Galaxy are. Honestly, I think that before I watched the movie, the only characters that I could have named would have been Rocket Raccoon, and that there was a tree guy. And even that, I may have only known based on the trailers. The tree guy part.
Hideout is just through here.
Thought we were going to the captain's office.
We are. Right after we check here.
I wonder how many other worlds are getting pummeled by one of them things.
It is a discouraging thought, indeed.
Try not to break anything. This place means a lot to her.
Oh, wow. Did Nikki paint all this?
Pretty cool, right? Nikki?
Little one, reveal yourself.
Maybe try being a little less scary.
It's Peter! The pirate? Nikki!
We do not intend to kill you.
We need to get into that room.
Okay, and now that's open for Rocket.
Rocket, you got the body of a little girl. Can you fit in there?
Try again, Quill.
Ask him nicely, Peter.
I'm concerned for Nikki's safety, okay? I'm worried she might be hurt or scared or I don't know what. Can you please see if she's in there?
See? Was that so hard? I don't see no kid.
Careful, Peter Quill. In my experience, children often booby-trap their toys.
It's not Nikki's, it's mine.
So we're just claiming her stuff now? Because if we are...
No, I mean it literally used to belong to me.
Quill, you gotta see this. This kid's obsessed with you.
Wait, why does she have your toy?
It's just something I gave to Corel when we were together during the war, like a keepsake. It doesn't mean anything.
Does, this mean anything?
How old is the child?
12.
Ha! Congratulations, Peter Quill. You will make a terrible father. Unless the child is dead, in which case, it does not matter.
Wait. Is this why you dragged us here?
Clearly. The child is 12, and Quill was with the child's mother 12 years ago. The math is irrefutable.
Did you know? I just figured you didn't want to tell us.
His bewildered silence suggests he did not.
Yes, okay. So the dates maybe kind of match up, so it's possible, I guess. It's not like they had a health class on this.
Inspiring.
Can we just focus on if Corel and Nikki are okay? They're clearly not here, so let's move on and keep looking.
Before they undoubtedly start talking some more, Mothoff is saying, even that is more than I knew of them from before the movies. I think I'd heard the name Gamora before, but only because of her connection to Thanos. Yeah, never, ever heard that. Never heard Star-Lord, Gamora, Nebula, and the only reason that I would have known anything about Thanos is from the post-credit sequence in Marvel's The Avengers. The movie, The Avengers, which we can accept, I think, two things as like a human society. A, it really does seem like Joss Whedon is a tremendous piece of shit, and also B, The Avengers is a really good movie. Like, if you don't like it, you personally, person hearing it, that's cool. But I'm just letting you know, that movie was awesome, and I really, really like it. So I was a big fan of that. But yeah, there's like, Thanos shows up in like a post-credit sequence, and I'm like, I've no idea who this is. And then I think it might have been listening to Tom Chick's podcast. I'm not sure, but that was where, and you know what was weird? Before I continue, there is like Mr. Binky is one of the biggest comics fans that I know, and like he's a huge fan of Thor and Captain America and stuff, and he was on a different podcast back at the time, the Jumping the Shark podcast, and he never talked about the Avengers. He had talked about so many other Marvel movies like leading up to it, and that one just, it wasn't that he didn't watch it or didn't like it or anything, it just never got a mention, which was always surprising to me. I hope he liked the movie, I don't actually know. But then Bones is saying the Guardians of the movies are not the Guardians of the team that I'd read in the early 90s, and also not from the original lineup in the 70s when they first appeared, which reminds me of how much different the X-Men were back when they were first introduced. Like, Beast's design was completely different, and who's it, Angel, I think, was on the team. Which leads me around to my thought of, boo the Marvel Universe, we all hate it, sure. For me, I am so excited to see the X-Men license in the hands of the people that have done the modern Marvel movies, because I come from the era of like, man, that first X-Men movie sure was good. You know, the one that was directed by Bryan Singer, who, again, probably not a super cool guy from a lot of different things that I've heard. But I can't substantiate those, so we're going to move on from that. But the movie was pretty good, that first X-Men movie. And then I seem to be in the deep minority here of not thinking that even X2 was very good. And then, of course, the rest of the X-Men movies. First Class was pretty good. I liked First Class all the way up until the final scene. And then, what was it? Days of Future Past was excellent. Like, I really, really loved that. So, for my money, there's 2 really good X-Men movies. Well, 3 if you want to count Logan, but that's not really an X-Men movie. There's X-Men, and then there's Days of Future Past, and then a lot of, like, chuff in between. I don't hate those movies, but I didn't enjoy them very much. So that's a really low success rate. And to see the X-Men with all of those characters and decades of story and character beats and moments to draw from, won't it be great if we get X-Men movies about people other than Wolverine? Because there's so many other stories to tell. I like Wolverine. I think Hugh Jackman is a super good actor, and I really liked him in the role. I would like to see additional X-Men, please. And Mothoth is saying, my older brothers have been really into collecting comics since we were little. We were all familiar with the whole Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War thing. Interesting. I knew of it very tangentially, like super loosely. I knew a little bit about Civil War, and then in talking with Drienne Levode, a good friend of the channel, it turns out that I apparently don't know nearly as much about the Marvel Civil War as I thought I did. Mothoth says, me too. The whole MCU has come together very nicely. And Bone said, I realize I'm known as the anti-MCU guy, but I'm honestly not. I like some of them, and I want to love all of them. Comics is a new, lifelong love of mine from all publishers. I do prefer DC, but I do not hate Marvel by any means. Oh, yeah, no, Bones, your critiques of the Marvel movies are certainly not what I'm talking about. I'm thinking about, like the Twitter haters club, where, like, you know, the Marvel movies represent some sort of grand collapse of our collective psyche, and real art can no longer exist because now it's all monetized by way of Marvel movies. And then, you know, like, you look at some of the other movies that are made. Yeah, there's a lot of other great movies too, but the way that they've maintained a certain level of quality, I think is super cool. And I feel like the DC movies have been very up and down in terms of quality, but the DC movies that are good, I really, really like. And I want to highlight here, because no one that I know was more right about this than Mr. Bones. I will say again, because I think it's worth saying, I was the biggest skeptic in the whole world of the Snyder Cut of Justice League, and it was really good. I really, genuinely, legitimately enjoyed it. And if you watched the theatrical cut of Justice League and did not enjoy it, I can't guarantee that you'll like the Snyder Cut. I can only say that I sure did. I thought it was a dramatically better experience along every measurable axis. Wait, Rocket, you come back here.
Not
I
a
can't
bad
do
work
this
bench
without
for a
Rocket.
kid.
What the hell? Rocket!
Sure she ain't here, Quill.
I think he's still processing.
Uh-huh. The hell? Do I not have... Okay, I'm just saying that's enough components to, like, do a thing. Rocket, get your furry tail back here. Do the thing.
Probably shouldn't do this without Rocket.
Did I break something? Because he doesn't seem to be that mad at me, so this doesn't seem to be a storytelling beat. I don't understand why he won't help.
Still can't get over how good she is with all this tech stuff.
Meh, I could do better.
Yeah, but she's 12.
So, I'm 15. Staring at it ain't gonna change what it says.
It doesn't say anything. It's just some confused kid projecting stuff.
Just some confused kid?
That is no way to talk about your daughter.
The other thing with Nikki, the reason why I'm like facing the math is that Nikki doesn't Nikki look part human? Like, she's got blue skin, but she's lacking some of the alien features that her mom has.
Guess Nikki wasn't much of a Skrull fan.
Name someone who is a Skrull fan.
Good point.
And Mothoth is saying, in particular, Gambit has really been shafted. Yeah, hold on.
I've seen this before. It used to belong to Corel.
So the kid's a thief, too.
Or Corel passed it on to her.
I can confirm that parents often leave things to their spawn.
All right, is there anything else to look at in here? Yeah.
For all we know, maybe this guy's her dad.
Yeesh. Looks like an even bigger deadbeat than you.
Looks like Ronan the Accuser to me.
Indeed.
All I'm saying is clearly I'm not the only candidate. Deadbeat Ronan guy also fits the bill.
Dog report item. The strange device continues to...
Anyone else feel weird going through Nikki's stuff like this?
Could that really be him? Not at all what I was expecting. Is that good or bad? He's not like other adults. I mean, sort of, but he's also kind of a big dumb kid. He thought my art was cool. Do all Terrans dress like that? And if so, why? Mom will not talk about him. She says I should forget we ever met, which is all the more reason to keep digging.
Peter Quill is her father. It is his duty to pry into her personal life.
Okay, so I'm gonna try this one more time. Can I like push Rocket back there? Push. No.
Peter Quill, I fear you lack the necessary skill for tinkering.
Okay.
Should be a way to Corel's office through those pipes on the left.
Yeah, I see an opening. Could be there's a latch on the inside. Allow me, Star Dad.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
Guys, can we not make light of all this? We still don't know if they're okay.
Gotta admit it, Quill. Kid's whole setup is pretty impressive. The way she rigged her terminal to the emergency power grid.
I told you, she's a smart kid.
Perhaps Peter Quill did not sire this child after all.
Yeah, I could see that. She just don't seem dopey enough.
Maybe she gets everything from the mother's side.
Okay, Drax is clearly onto something, so let's all just go with that.
That Nikki is too smart to be your daughter.
Whatever it takes to get out of this.
You're really gonna be one of those dads?
No, that's not what I don't know. Point is, none of us know. That's the elevator I took with Corel and Nikki. If we're lucky, maybe they're on their way down right now.
When have we ever been lucky?
Okay.
It did seem unlikely.
All I know is I'm really starting to hate this elevator.
Brace yourself!
Oh, nope.
If we're gonna find Nikki, we're all gonna have to step it up!
Anyone else nervous about what? Everyone okay? Anyone hurt?
What? You're gonna start being all paternal now?
We're fine, Peter. We know how to fight.
I know, I just...
We'll find them. Don't worry. You said Corel's office was up top somewhere?
Yeah, Just need to make our way up.
All right, so we have 3 points, and I want to take Eye of the Hurricane. Star-Lord spirals up into the air, lobbing several grenades at the enemies below. All foes caught in the blast area receive moderate damage and heavy stagger. I've got a triple question mark one that's coming up, but that's a ways away. All right, so we've got this door. Very quickly, Motha says, Gambit's one portrayal in Wolverine Origins, a movie that I'm like much more than most people, it seems, was decent, but he was a pretty central character in a lot of X-Men runs to be left out of the movies so much.
Look on the bright side. Longer it takes to find them, longer we can pretend they're okay.
Comforting.
Shouldn't you be focused on figuring out what's inside those batteries? Quietly?
Nah, I tend to think better when I'm mouthing off.
If that were true, you would have solved all the mysteries of the galaxy by now.
Hey, who says I ain't?
Oh.
More deadly gas!
Oh yeah, he's definitely stalling. What do you expect? Got the emotional maturity of a 2-year-old.
Are you speaking of Peter Quill?
Obviously.
I'll have you know, I am super emotionally mature.
Oh. No, I got it. Okay.
You realize you just picked a room full of deadly gas over confronting your fear of fatherhood.
I did not! Stop analyzing!
Dog report item.
There's no dog report item. Next stop, Carell's office.
Oh, I was looking for the button.
Dog report item. We are lost.
Come on, just admit
Okay.
it, Will. You're freaking out right now. This
A little bit, actually.
gotta be eating at you.
Some need many years to fully comprehend their paternal responsibility.
None of this changes who I am. I'm still cool as a cucumber.
Oh,
Groot
everybody's
says
back.
all the cucumbers he's ever met were terrified on the inside.
So I'm so sorry that I don't know how to pronounce this, but we'll go with 3030 for now. Is this the game nobody was talking about? Yes, this is the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out last year, 2021, that came out, got really great reviews, and went generally unnoticed. Oh, and whoa! I missed all of the Mia stuff. The hell? When did this happen? Very, very recently. Mia, thank you so much for doing all the shoutouts. Sorry, that thunking you hear is me checking the chat.
Well, that don't look good.
There was a struggle here.
Yeah, that's what I'm reacting to.
I am reacting in my own way.
This doesn't look good, Peter.
All we know is that there was a fight. We don't know who won.
Pretty sure.
Oh.
So, where's this office, Quill?
It's around here somewhere. Place wasn't this messed up last time.
When in doubt, follow the stench of death.
But yeah, we are currently in, I think it's just chapter 7. Not actually sure. We've been exploring this derelict ship for a while.
Help me be done with this stupid mission. There, see?
Okay, so I think we're still headed up that way. Let me just take a quick look over here. Yeah, so there's something to pick up. So,
I have been thinking. It is customary on Katath to bathe new fathers in a river of blood.
Lucky for Peter we're not on Katath.
also, for people just joining, I seem to have hit what... Oh, hold on.
Carell? Nikki?
Looks empty.
Feels empty.
Maybe they're hiding.
There are always strange writings on the wall.
I'm gonna try and get in her computer. See if I can wipe my criminal history.
Rocket!
I'm kidding. I'm gonna access her logs. You wanna know what happened here or not?
Fine. The rest of us will take a look around. Maybe they left a clue or
The
something.
scribbles are Cree. This one says, Mother knows best. Return, hope, promise.
Don't worry, Corel. I'll make sure this gets back to you.
Is this a badge or a Christmas star? War combination. Okay.
Nikki?
Obvious signs of a struggle, Peter Quill.
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
Also, they left their purple marbles all over the place. Oh, was there a raid as well? Yes, Patikin has raided over. Sorry, everybody, real quick. Patikin, thank you so much for the raid. I hope that you are continuing to have a good time with Rayman Legends, I think you're on too. The levels in that game are awesome. I saw you going through one earlier where, I think it was yesterday actually, but there were like some security lights that you needed to avoid, and then today you were going through like a wind chamber where the wind was blowing up and you had to moderate his helicopter ears so that you would be able to avoid some of like the spiky areas that there were. The amount of just creativity in that game is great, and I love the artwork. Oh, we cannot go in here. Okay. Opens when approached, unless it doesn't. Patikin was voting for Christmas badge. But yeah, Patikin, I hope that you had a great stream. And thank you so much for raiding over.
Are you seriously focused on food right now?
Mystery makes me hungry.
Hey, save me some, will ya?
Well, if we can talk to Drax, it makes me wonder if we can also talk to Rocket. We can.
Any luck getting in?
The thing's pretty well protected. I need time.
All right, let me know.
Yeah, they could straight up, they could do an Avengers style, like have one movie about Storm, one movie about Cyclops, one movie about Beast, and then like combine them all at like when they're young, like 10, 12, 14 years old, and then unite them all at Xavier's school. The only trouble is that if you're dealing with a cast that young, you got to go bang, 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 and get those out because kids grow up fast. No, nothing to say to Gamora, though.
The resemblance is uncanny.
She doesn't look anything like me. She's blue. Besides, why wouldn't Corel have just told me?
Protect her daughter, Peter Quill. Copulating with you was a capital offense under the Kree purity laws.
That's not a real thing, is it?
Kree are extremely strict about their bloodlines.
So, when Corel said we shouldn't be doing this...
He was being literal.
Oh, and hello to Donk, who says that could be a butt plug if you are brave enough. Well, I mean, couldn't anything be a butt plug if you're brave enough?
This must be Corel's first kid. I remember she talked about him a lot.
He was on Hala, right? When the Shatari...
Yeah. Her kid and her husband.
Explains how fearless she was during the war. She had nothing to lose.
Oh, and hello to Samalander as well. Well, oh, hold on. Grumpy's saying that this game should have an achievement. Use the pause screen for the millionth time.
Kind of a threat?
The Kree Council demands proof of Nikki's heritage under the Kree purity laws.
From a legal perspective, copulating with you is extremely objectionable.
From other perspectives, too.
This does not look good.
For you?
No, for Nikki. What are the chances the Kree are involved in any of this?
The Council of Purity isn't cryptic. When they punish someone, they make sure everyone knows it.
Corel and Nikki would be
God.
hanging on the wall.
Okay, see, Grumpy was saying Angel needs an achievement for using the pause screen for the millionth time. Grumpy, they never stop talking. It's the only way to get a word in edgewise. As you are all aware, because I honestly haven't read this yet, everybody else in chat has. As you are all aware, the accuser will be making her diplomatic trip to Hala's Hope next cycle to discuss the Kree Council's involvement with the reconstruction efforts. However, this is not her only business on the station. All Kree currently serving Nova Corps will be expected to meet with the accuser at the allotted time for your interrogation. You may be asked to provide records of family history and recent medical results, not the ones provided by Nova Corps, but by a certified Kree physician from the Purity Council list. If you have children currently living with you, they may be interviewed as well. Failure to arrive for your appointment will not be tolerated. The accuser will be more than willing to locate you in your place of work and escort you to an interrogation room. Do be punctual.
Rel had a real artistic side to her.
She was the only Kree I ever knew who painted and played music. I used to think it was a sign of weakness, but...
No, it's a strength. Definitely a sign of strength.
I never know who is a Kree in the Marvel Universe because it feels like all Kree are blue, but not all blue people are Kree.
This is fancy.
For valiant heroism against unrelenting tyranny. That's the highest commendation given out by the Kree.
How come I never got one of these? I did heroic stuff.
You're not a Kree.
Oh, and hello to Ronan! Sorry, I'm just looking to see if there's anything else in the room. And no, okay.
Some kind of dye machine. Is it normal for Kree to dye their hair?
Not unless they're hiding something.
I wonder if Nikki made this.
Sorry, I was trying to see what Groot was doing as well.
Nikki's ID. Something seems off, though.
What do you mean, off?
I don't know. Like it's been flagged or something. Not sure.
Is the girl's date of birth on those documents? Does it match with the typical Kree gestation period?
I really wouldn't know.
Okay, I'm in. But I got bad news, lover boy.
What did you find?
Come here and I'll show you.
When we walked in here, I did not immediately put together this is Nikki's room because I keep thinking about that like secret base that she's built as being her room, but of course she would have assigned quarters.
Oh, wow! The Kree have comic books?
I am surprised. The Kree Council is very strict on approved forms of entertainment.
So this could be like super valuable then.
How valuable are we talking?
Valuable enough to pick up. Like you'd give it to Nikki when you find her. Okay, where are we all converging? Because I didn't realize. Oh, Rocket was getting into the computer. That's what's going on. Also, Donk is rating all of the objects in the room by their ability to be a butt plug.
So what am I looking at?
Nothing.
She's the captain. Captains keep logs.
You keep logs?
I'm trying to tell you, they're gone. All of them. Almost like the world mind went out of its way to sever everything.
Have you tried turning it off and on?
What about backups? Doesn't every Nova ship have a central hub or something?
A Nexus mainframe, yeah. If there's ghosts anywhere in the system, that's where.
I categorically refuse.
Not literal ghost, Drax. He's talking about data. Right?
Yes, but we'd have to access the Nexus directly. Means going to the bridge.
We're not leaving until we find out what happened.
Center of operations it is. According to the ship's map, the bridge should be right through here. Dog report item. It's one of them priests down there, ain't it?
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Nuts to this. I'm out of here.
Stop
warrior does not hesitate, Peter Quill.
Okay, let's be careful.
Dog report item! We are under attack!
By a giant robot?
By some weird priest.
By a weird giant robot priest!
Ruthless artificial beings stagger and eliminate with prejudice. Beware lethal grapple. Properly assist companions as needed. Exoskeletal alloy. Vulnerable to plasma. Advise leveraging environmental hazards when possible. Okay, well, we need to do some stagger damage. God, I'm
A
bad.
little more focused on the shooty laser parts right now!
Nope. Hold on.
Man, that giant robot can take a lot of pain!
Musclehead's in trouble.
All we had to do was walk quietly across the corridor!
I, for one, prefer the violent path!
Ow. Okay. Dodge when he does
How
that.
is he still standing? Put him down before I carve out your eyeball!
Come on, cut him down!
I'll enjoy this!
I've never been as intrigued by a church as I am right now!
Yeah, I get it. Personal robot army is definitely kind of cool.
We must strike the large one with more force!
So are we thinking this thing can brainwash people?
I'm thinking he's thinking more about killing.
I dodged directly into that.
Order up!
Feels like I've been shooting that big bot for hours!
Things built tough. We need to really pile it on.
You're in this now!
Use your reference! You guys really need to work on your stealth!
Hey! I'm not the one who broke the
Yeah, he
glass.
doesn't care about lightning or ice damage at all.
Can't figure out how to hurt this one! Knife to meet you!
So we're all thinking that Raker's church is definitely involved!
Help!
Clearly, but the question remains, how exactly?
Okay, maybe stop doing that for a second.
The gargantuan droid is also a sizable threat!
It's one of those two or more to operate thingies. They grab the long.
Okay, but I don't need to huddle right now.
Toward robot priest over priest robot for the dog report!
Robot Priest has a better way to
Underutilized!
Man, that giant robot can take a lot of pain!
Oh, I really wanted to Y and B him.
Make out the markings on this thing.
Definitely not something I recognize!
So it also said recommend using environment. Ouch!
Just me? Or this makes Raker's church seem way cooler!
Musclehead's in trouble. Yeah, I get it. Personal robot army.
Okay, I don't think that I can do anything with the electrical junction right now.
Guys, what do we do about this big bot?
He can't get us all. Come on, guys. Let's mob the bot.
Root! Slow him down!
Last time someone got stabbed!
We must tell the dog about the priest.
Robot Priest.
Groot says the mutt's not answering.
Keep trying. Rest of us can focus on figuring a way out.
Really? This is the server room, right? And servers mean data?
I can't just plug servers into my skull. I still need a central terminal.
You said the bridge was on the other side of that corridor. So we just gotta make our way across and then up somehow.
Okay.
So, how do we get across?
Peter's the one with the visor.
Unless he broke it.
I didn't break it.
Oh, you can shoot this. Okay, hold on a second. That's gonna cause me to die.
Peter?
Please tell me. So what happened there is I pushed B to get out of visor mode and then dashed to my death instead of getting out of visor mode. I had a very pink vision of my own death. So the question has come up in chat, what are opinions on
tell the dog
pecans?
about the priest.
Robot priest.
Groot says the mutt's not answering. That'll do it.
Well played, Peter Quill.
I like pecans as an ingredient to other
How am I
things.
supposed to know why the pooch ain't picking up? Keep trying.
Pecans on their own, like most nuts, like, it's not that I dislike nuts, it's that I don't find them as satisfying as a snack as other things, but you add nuts to other things, like someone in chat brought up pecan
Okay,
pie.
So according to the map
really
I
good.
saw, Nexus should be just above us.
Shall I throw the rodent?
Come on. All right, let's look around. Maybe we can find something.
Well, I found something. It might kill me?
Encountered a formidable new enemy, but still no sign of the priest.
He didn't mean literal ghosts. Ghosts in the system. Remnants of data.
Let it go. Just let him think there are ghosts.
Oh, Mia has now added organic, damn it, organic peanuts to her shopping list. Can I also just add, I would love it if Donk joined Mia
right?
for
How the world mind seems to have gone completely dark.
an
Very
RPG
weird.
session.
Perhaps it is rebooting.
There's an open panel up in the corner there. Pretty sure that's our exit.
Perfect. So we just gotta jump across a few of these floaty server things? Seems, perfectly safe.
To think, all of this could have been avoided had the rodent not broken the glass.
You're blaming him for that?
His panic scampering is what caused the final break.
Your oversized gut is what caused the first 50 breaks.
Hey, Groot, any luck getting through to Cosmo yet?
Nope, still nothing.
Reception will probably be better once we're on the bridge.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
Perhaps we should have interrogated the robot priest.
Yeah,
Okay, this is it, the command center.
Which I guess makes that the Nexus control terminal.
Fingers crossed we find something useful.
I'm thinking you should do the honors, Quill.
That does not seem like you.
He probably thinks the Nexus is booby-trapped.
That would explain it.
Hey, I ain't the one that's eager to know what happened. Let Quill see for himself.
Oh, interesting. We found a chapter of this earlier, but this one starts with trying something a little different. Let me know what you think. And also somewhere I found a passcode. I don't know where. Is that... Oh, yeah. Look there. Okay. Kalor made sure his office door was locked. He pulled the shades down on his viewport, sat at his desk, and wondered just how true this story was. The client was pretty convincing, but most liars are. Still, there was something in it. He tapped his fingers on the case file, but didn't open it. He stood up and walked to the wash basin, looked at himself in the mirror, grimaced, and turned away. She'd offered him too much money for too little a job. It didn't add up. Something about it gnawed at him. He hurried back to the file, turned on the light, and looked over the pages carefully. There, indented on the back of a photo, a number, 0025. A combination maybe? Contact number? He ran out. If he hurried, he might be able to tell the client Hold on. He might be able to tell the client... that must have intended to be see if that led anywhere. Okay. But we did find a passcode.
Have you found any useful information, Peter Quill?
Well, it's something.
What are we waiting for, Peter?
Yeah.
Oh my
just
god.
Psyching myself up.
I'm also looking at things.
Nice. That's quite the mustache.
Find something?
So Carell's badge number is 0001. How could she be the first one?
The world mind reset all Nova IDs after the Galactic War.
I do not understand. Why is Peter Quill not accessing the Nexus?
Because he's scared of ghosts.
Liar!
We don't say anything about this? Family of blue people?
Groot wants to know if Quill's stalling because of his fear of parental responsibility.
Obviously.
Clearly.
No!
To do: finish report on the explosion and docking, schedule hazardous material crew, review of rest reports in the QZ, cross-reference outstanding warrants, meeting regarding upcoming Millennium tests for Denarian Yelok 0063. I don't know why that would be a passcode, but there we go. Schedule Corpsman ballistics training, believe in yourself, ongoing/failing, don't forget to eat something.
Find something?
Just some personal logs.
Dog report.
I wonder.
Well,
Fuck it, just access it yourself.
it could also be
Regular computers are one thing,
6961.
but I ain't leaving my prints on no Nexus terminal.
I remember Mia played a game that had
What
an
do you think, Groot?
He says it's the best. Maybe he is worried it'll prove they're dead. I really couldn't tell you.
Mia played a game that had an extremely unusually styled number
Dog report
one.
Item. We have reached the command center, but Peter Quill refuses to access the Nexus.
I can't believe how much they harangue you to do the next story beat. Guardians, I am not the one who filled this environment with things to look at.
Any chance we might
Hold on.
need an access number?
Maybe.
Won't know till you try accessing the thing first. Maybe he is worried it'll prove they're dead. I really couldn't tell you.
Wonder what this does.
Nothing useful is my guess. Nova Corps and their bloated administrative crap. Probably need a card just to use the bathroom. No, it does not sound like a good idea. People should be free to pee whenever and wherever they want.
Ew.
I told you he was a monster. Dog report item.
Locked. I wonder though. Nikki really didn't want her mom to know about this passkey she gave me.
No way is some kid's card gonna bypass the Nexus.
we're in.
You're kidding.
Well,
Yes! Guys, we're in!
Why did we write down all the passcodes? What was the point of any of that? We stepped up to the terminal with 9 passcodes to try out. It's like, oh. What? Okay, just we'll go on. I have so many questions
Criminal
about that.
records, Quill. I want to see my files.
No, we're going in order.
Get to the juicy stuff already.
Channeling your Nova Force.
A comprehensive guide to meditation and
Managing your mental health.
actually, I wouldn't mind a copy of that.
Pass.
Mothoth, have a great stream. Thank you so much for hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you a little bit later.
Let me get this straight. She became a teapot? That's what my source said.
Amazing.
I hate you all.
Well, that don't sound good.
The audio file must be corrupted.
The audio file and everything else in the galaxy.
Attention, away team. Please ensure your helmet cams are in full operation ahead of this afternoon's away mission into the quarantine zone. Thank you.
Just like Corral, everything by the book.
Yeah.
Donk is saying, I am very joyful to be given the opportunity to engage. Oh! Jeez, Mia, thank you very, very much. Mia just cheered 200 bits. Thank you. I was just reading, Donk was saying to engage in an RPG session with Mia. This has created feelings of jubilation and excitement only rivaled by the female garter snake as she emerges from the erotic embrace of her post-hibernaculum mating ball. To which Mia is very, very excited and cheers 100 bits, and Groomfy's cheered 2 bits. Wait, Mia, I can't read it in Donk's voice. Donk has one of those voices that makes everything funny. Like, okay, again, I know that I bring this up from time to time, but if you guys have not seen the Mia clip, it's a clip on Mia's channel. It's Donk, I think it's called Donk Bites Off More Than He Can Chew. And listen to that and then tell me how I'm supposed to be that funny. Donk, I cannot do a Donk voice. Donk has to do a Donk voice, and hopefully someday he will do it in some sort of RPG setting. I'm not even being a little bit like facetious. I think that Donk and Mia, they're two very, very smart, very funny people, and I don't even think that the adventure would necessarily be a comedy. I just think that they would play off of each other really, really well. Okay, we listened to the audio logs.
It's a list of bucketheads. We already know your girlfriend works here, Quill.
So, it might have useful info or something.
So I'm not going to read through every single one of these because I don't give a shit about Roman Day, but let's read through the people that we do know and care about. She's posted to Hollis Hope. Background, Centurion Corell joined the Nova Corps after the Galactic War. Her previous experience in the Kree Imperial Army was a beneficial gain to this organization. Her role during the siege of Chitauri Prime was instrumental to winning the Galactic War. In the time since, Corell has become instrumental to the rebuilding efforts across the galaxy, notably her involvement in the creation of the Quarantine Zone, a galactic dumping ground for Galactic War technology. Addendum, Centurion has requested a permanent assignment to the Quarantine Zone in the Andromeda Star System. It has been one cycle since Centurion Corell and the crew of the Hollis Hope have checked in with the World Mind. Further monitoring will be required. So those are those new updates, it seems like? They're not reporting back. Kree Imperial Army Cross Galactic War Commendation. Also, the World Mind. Was that the, oh gosh, what was her name? From, the Captain Marvel movie. I don't remember who that was. There was like an actress who appeared as the World Mind. Wasn't that a whole thing? Shit.
I'd rather read Rocket's criminal record.
All right, I don't.
Agent of Thanos.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
Nikki
Gold.
Nikki's got a file.
Boring.
Cadet in training, Nicolette Gold, aka Nikki, is a cadet in training and child of Centurion Corell. Her father remains unknown. Despite a few demerits on her record, no doubt a result of her mother being her commanding officer, Gold shows great promise and will likely have a successful career in the Nova Corps. It has been one cycle, further monitoring, no commendations yet. I'm just saying, look at Nikki's face and then look at Corell's face. Maybe it's just like the shape of the nose and the way it flattens out, the ears are a little bit pointed. I guess Nikki does have some pointed ears, but her features seem determinedly more human than her mom.
I have heard of this one. AWOL. Then who is running Nova Corps?
That's a good question.
All right, yeah, I'm sure he's super cool. Richard Ryder. Richard Ryder looks like he's a super cool Easter egg for someone, and it just doesn't happen to be me, because I have no idea who that is. When I first saw the helmet, I thought it was Dr. Fate, and then I remembered that Dr. Fate is not Marvel property.
She crashed into a Leviathan on purpose and is still a better pilot than Quill.
Hey!
What? You know it's true.
Okay, and that's all the personnel files. Criminal files.
Mine's the biggest. They can't be that scary if they share a record.
Mia has also put the chat in. So I want to read it again about the people that we do know. Garrick and Rawson Blood, the Blood Brothers, are twin Rosslights. Okay. Rocklights, maybe? Okay. Known for the war crimes they committed on behalf of Thanos during the Galactic War. Both were sentenced to 44 life sentences in the maximum security penal facility known as the Kiln. However, shortly after their incarceration, the Blood Brothers escaped and joined the terrorist organization known as the Lethal Legion. Due to their violent tendencies and unique physiological bond, the World Mind recommends containment in separate facilities. Attending officers should approach with extreme caution. Addendum 1, Blood Brothers were recently hired by Lady Hellbender. Addendum 2, the Blood Brothers are currently held in custody by the Nowhere Security Corps. Chief of Security Cosmo insists the matter... Chief of Security Cosmo insists the matter does not require intervention at this time. Yeah, he was able to keep him asleep from what I could
I've heard
see.
of this guy. He's part of a private army called the Lethal Legion.
More like the Loser Legion.
Okay, so there's Captain Glory for everybody.
What is it with you Humies and your stupid names?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Star-Lord is not in the same league as Darkhawk, okay? One's the name of the greatest band of all time, and the other's a bird. So, Drax's criminal record is pretty big.
That is what your mother said.
It's great, because his mother's dead.
Also, Mia is saying her name was Booga Booga Butt Plug? Wait, whose name? I don't remember what I asked that resulted in that. So Drax is guilty or indicted for a number of things. Drax, aka Drax the Destroyer, is a decorated Catathian warrior, galactic war hero, and widower from the planet Catath. After his defeat of the Mad Titan Thanos, Drax went on a murderous rampage across the galaxy. Despite his crimes, the World Mind recognizes Drax's contribution to the Resistance during the Galactic War. Without his heroism, this organization would not stand today. Further, his self-surrender to the Nova Corps has established good faith. As such, the World Mind agreed to reduce Drax's 100-year sentence for mass murder and various other charges in the maximum security penal facility known as the Kiln. After 7 years served, he was released without bias. Since his release from the Kiln, Drax has joined the Gardeners of the Galaxy, a supposed legitimate business enterprise founded by Peter Jason Quill. Further monitoring will be required. And there's some affiliations.
I thought there'd be more here. Barely scratches the surface.
Wait. Gamora's last name is Zen Hubarian Ben Titan. Sorry, that's a real mouthful. I hope, please tell me, guys, please tell me that there's a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book where she gets married and hyphenates it. She adds 15 more syllables onto that. Okay. Lots of indictments. Gamorrea Zen Hubarian Ben Titan is the adoptive child and former pet assassin of the Mad Titan. Pet assassin? Okay, that's a phrase. Of the Mad Titan Thanos. Because, like, does she assassinate pets? Or is she an assassin who is treated as a pet? Just, it's an odd turn of phrase. Her criminal involvement with the Chitauri has led to the generation of this file. Despite her war crimes, the World Mind begrudgingly notes that without Gamora's defection to the Resistance, the Galactic War may not have been won. As such, under advice from Richard Rider, amnesty has been granted. Addendum 1, the World Mind has refused participation from Gamora regarding post-war efforts related to the future of New Xandar and the Nova Corps as an organization. A Priority 0 flag has been placed on her file. Further monitoring is required. Attempts to surveil Gamora have been unsuccessful. The PO flag remains intact. Gamora has recently joined the Gardeners of the Galaxy as a blah, 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 blah. And we got the rest of that. Okay.
You? A gold dome? Over my dead body, buddy.
Groot owes one. Oh, I bet we all own unpaid fine. I wasn't paying attention to that. He's from Planet X. Being known only as Groot is the last recorded member of the Flora Colossi of Planet X. He's frequently seen in the subject of Subject 89P13, which I assume is Rocket Raccoon. Despite his association with that subject, the World Mind feels that Groot can be rehabilitated with a failure margin of 0.423%. As such, the World Mind has determined Groot to be a potential candidate for the Nova Corps. Report of stolen property was submitted by Tannelir Tiven regarding theft of a Flora Colossus. Oh, right, the Guardian. Or no, Collector. We read about him. The World Mind has chosen to disregard that report as it violates several galactic treaties. Groot has recently joined the Gardeners of the Galaxy. Affiliations: Arbor Masters, Bagoo Bounty Hunters, and Gardeners of the Galaxy.
You know, for a non-spacefaring species, us humans sure get around.
Unfortunately.
Mia is confirming, and I assume that she's in a position to know, that there is a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book in which she gets married and hyphenates it. I hope she gets married to, like, a Pooh from The Simpsons or something. Every time she needs to sign in at, like, a hotel or something. Ma'am, are you almost finished? Just signing into the registry for 5 minutes. Anyway, I'm disproportionately entertained by the length of her last name. I don't know or care who this is.
Hey, isn't that the guy we saw when we tried to pay our fine?
Yeah, that's him.
It's Jack Flag. I think he probably suffocated to death. And there we go.
Look. It's Drax's girlfriend.
Lady Hellbender is not my girlfriend.
Yet.
So apparently she's immune, apparently from prosecution. Little is known about Lady Hellbender prior to the Galactic War. Only that attempts made by Chitauri forces to colonize Seknarf 9 ceased once she overthrew the planet's ruling priest class. Although Hellbender was not directly associated with the Resistance, her own violent opposition to invasion has been noted by the World Mind. At this time, Seknarf 9 remains a non-member of the Nova Corps' intergalactic militia, despite recruitment efforts from the World Mind. It is also worth noting that Hellbender's political status grants her certain immunities and protections under Galactic Treaty. Currently, she operates a sanctuary for monstrous creatures from across the galaxy. This sanctuary has encouraged poaching, further monitoring required, placed a bounty on the Gardeners of the Galaxy, and hired the Lethal Legion, and there we go.
Why does this guy seem familiar?
I don't know. I bet there's some deep cuts from the comics in here.
Grand Unifier Raker. Wonder what he was looking for in the quarantine zone.
Probably nothing good.
Sorry. Ronan has, Mia has Ronan's approval. Ronan says, I kind of want to know what the other tree people said instead of Groot. And Mia is saying they all said he is Groot. That would be extraordinarily funny. I would assume in like whatever seriousness we can pull from like that situation that they would each say I am Groot, that Groot is not his name but rather what people call him because so few people can understand him, and that over the years Groot has just decided to roll with it and like people just call him Groot. But I mean, maybe if Rocket asked him, he has some other name. Anyway, this guy is relevant to the plot. So Raker, Grand Unifier, is the leader of the now defunct Universal Church of Truth, a little-known cult that rose to prominence during the Galactic War. Their figurehead, a supposed golden god with miraculous healing abilities, perished in the last year of the war. Since his death, the cult has fallen into obscurity. Due to their lack of influence and limited membership, the World Mind does not find Raker or the Universal Church of Truth to be a threat. Raker's presence in the restricted area of space known as the Quarantine Zone has resulted in the generation of this file. So somebody had asked, and forgive me for not remembering who had asked, why does everybody want to go to the Quarantine Zone? I think it's because the Quarantine Zone is a dumping ground for memorabilia, equipment, artillery, munitions, and other detritus from the Galactic War. And if you can get in there and get out, you could probably pull out a lot of valuable stuff. Like, think about all the homes that are broken into to steal like copper wiring and so forth. That times many magnitudes seems like that's what the Quarantine Zone would hold in promise for people.
Read it and weep, losers. There ain't a single scam me and Groot haven't pulled off. You name it, we've done it.
If you're charged, it means you've been caught. You realize that, right?
Your point?
Subject 89P13, aka Rocket, is an escaped biocybernetic experiment from the now abandoned Kree research facility on Half-World. His origin prior to this facility remains unknown. He is frequently seen in the company of the Flora Colossus known as Groot. Given the subject's history of violence, the World Mind recommends that all attending officers exercise extreme caution when engaging. A sweep for hidden explosives and traps is also prudent. Should charges be laid, the World Mind prefers that Subject 89P13 be incarcerated in the kiln. Oh, I thought they meant explosive charges, not legal charges. Joined Gardeners of the Galaxy and was also at least at one point associated with Bagoo bounty hunters, which is probably where he met Groot, I would think.
When Kree cops go bad, they really go bad.
Actually, an accuser is the equivalent of a judge, jury, and executioner.
So, Judge Dredd, basically. So, I'll scroll down in case people watching the VOD want to read through this. You can probably pause and read it, but I'm not going to read about Ronan.
Wow, your record's a lot bigger than I expected.
How big were you expecting?
Minuscule.
Peter Jason Quill, aka Star-Lord, is a human Spatori hybrid and former crown prince of the Spartoi, there we go, we got there eventually, Spartoi Empire. Quill's involvement with the Ravager space pirates has resulted in the generation of this file. Despite Quill's predilection towards crime, the World Mind acknowledges his contributions to the Resistance during the Galactic War, notably the Battle of Mercury in the Sol System. What the hell was that about? What were they fighting over Mercury for? Who gets to live closest to death? Mercury's pretty inhospitable, but whatever. I'm sure there's a story behind it. Quill agreed to testify against Yondu Udanta and the Ravager space pirates regarding their involvement in the kidnapping of the child known as Idira's Sacred Heart. In doing so, he was granted immunity and charges have been dropped against him. Really? I didn't know that any version of Star-Lord turned, like, state's evidence. That's interesting.
Another guy from Earth.
Sorry.
I'm telling you, Quill. C-53 is the trailer park of the galaxy.
Quill's recently registered a new business enterprise under the name Gardeners of the Galaxy with other known criminals. The intention and legitimacy of this enterprise, which bears no relation to botany, remains dubious. Further monitoring will be required. So his affiliations are the Spartoi royal family, the Resistance, Ravager space pirates, and Gardeners of the Galaxy. Here's Wendell Vaughn, for everybody who, knows who that is. Apparently works with S.H.I.E.L.D. every once in a while.
Fun fact, that bounty Yondu put out is how me and Groot met Quill.
I'm just glad I talked you out of collecting it.
Who says you did?
Okay, Yondu hasn't really shown up in the story so far. I'm sure that he has got, like, a really cool arrow or whatever, so we'll just leave that up in case people want to read it for a second.
I am unfamiliar with this Kree.
One of the nameless.
Oh, spooky.
Hey, here we go. Zachdel. And there we go. Criminal files. Holy crap. Image files. These shouldn't take very long.
All right, let's take a look.
Wow, super riveting, Quill. And to think we could still be reading my criminal record.
Please do not.
I was wondering how they knew about us.
Quill must have tripped the sensors on the way out.
Isn't that the mining rig from the quarantine zone?
Oh, great. Looks like your girlfriend was collecting evidence against us even after the two of you struck a deal.
I still do not understand how the Churchman's ship exploded. The Nova Corps is known for their security protocols.
It's called stupidity, Drax. Something the Buckethead's got a lot of.
Mia's also saying that she needs to shut up because she's in a mood tonight. I strongly disagree. I vote against shutting up.
Gotta be something in here.
Okay, so we got some video files.
Hey, wasn't that...
The mining ship we explored in the quarantine zone, yeah.
When's the footage from?
Signal stronger. We must be close.
How close?
Hard to say. There's too much interference.
Centurion Corral. Found something.
Hey, what are you doing?
Watch out!
She went in after we left.
Flark. That thing. You don't think...
It is the creature that devoured our monster.
Could have been a million things. I mean, it's restricted space for a reason.
I'm Groot.
No, you're a Lotus Scud. That thing's got nothing to do with us.
That gem Corral picked up. I think it's the same one we shot in the quarantine zone.
We? You're the one who shot it.
Fine, the gem I shot. The point is that shadow thing came out of it. We did this.
The quarantine zone's a giant death trap. So we released a shadow thing. We made it out, didn't we? Your stupid girlfriend probably did too.
You've been saying the whole time she's probably dead.
Probably alive, probably dead, whatever. Important thing is, we're all fine.
Corral is tough. If anyone made it out, it's her. I know it.
I assume this has an end? Nope. Well, I mean, it does, but that's all it is. All right. And that's it. You're kidding me. I can't back out of this. What did we miss?
Whoa!
Didn't we...
This better be it.
What better be it? We looked at this. Unless there's a Blair Witch in there, I don't have anything. Okay. Yep. And we can watch that again, but I feel like we saw it all the way through. What the hell?
This should be interesting.
We went through every single thing.
Who cares about the kid's file?
The kid's file. I don't know what they're
10
talking
units Peter's file is the smallest.
about. Uh-huh. We went through all this stuff. Am I supposed to...
This is thrilling.
Okay.
Come on, come on.
I'll let this run all the way through again. I don't know why. I guess there were a couple moments that we didn't see because the camera reverse angled, and then we got to see what the Guardians looked like watching the video. But otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Also, what does she find there? Is that another piece of the gem? Because you can't really see into her hand. I know that when Peter picked it up, his skin turned all weird. Okay, nothing. End of video file. Yeah. Alright, and then I can watch this, which is just static. Back. B. Nope. Okay.
Attention away team. Please ensure your helmet cams are in full operation ahead of this afternoon's away mission into the quarantine zone. Thank you.
I really don't think this is supposed to be a puzzle. We look through all the personnel files, all the criminal files. I can go look at Nikki's again.
Talk about the galaxy's most boring people.
Yeah, there she is. That's the whole thing. Image files.
Perhaps there is a copy of the child's birth certificate hidden among these files.
We've got this, which is like a big nothing. Guys, I'm actually serious. I might ask someone to look up what you're supposed to do at this point, because all I can do is interact with this computer to the point that it's making me concerned that I've hit a bug of some kind. Yeah, I'm a little stumped. Welcome to Novacore. I can't press B. Oh! Okay. The answer was Y, just so that everybody knows. I solved the puzzle.
Guardians of the Galaxy. You misread our intentions.
No, you've made them pretty clear.
Sometimes sacrifices
I had to check.
Groot, sweep the leg.
Grand Unifier. Breaker. Right? First, let me just say it's really cool that you've heard of us, right, guys? And it's cool that you didn't try to kill us just then, especially with your two pals right there. You could have totally ripped us apart the moment you walked in, which we obviously all appreciate. But also, we've kind of got a few questions, like...
Where are Centurion Corell and her daughter? You came here seeking truth. Rejoice. The matriarch wishes to share it with you.
What do you mean he's not picking up?
hello to Fox McCloud.
What's wrong with the passport? Nothing. The pooch ain't picking up. We're stuck here. Hey, at least the dumb scuds let us keep our weapons.
Demonstrate their lack of fear. It was a proven battle tactic. Katathian warriors often ride into battle completely naked.
Keep your pants on.
Although it could be used as a distraction.
Yeah, no.
Any other ideas?
Can you froth?
I can froth.
Can you twitch?
Yeah, I'm pretty twitchy.
All right. On my cue, you drop, froth, and twitch. While they're all distracted, we take off down one of them side halls.
What about me?
You, well, you take one for the team.
I'm not gonna...
Walk with me.
Come on, Quill, just grab your chest and drop.
Find another plan.
Okay, so turned out chapter 7 there was surprisingly long, with a lot to go around and discover, and at the risk that chapter 8 is going to be equally long, I have to confess that I'm actually extremely hungry. I had a very early lunch because of getting everything done, so we're going to have to call it here. I'm going to throw down a save game right here, and I guess... that's what the save image looks like. So now we all know what that is. And we're going to call it here. This was a very, very fun episode. And on our way out, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. It occurred to me that every once in a while, we'll look at what the subscriber numbers are on the channel. And every time it's like, well, we've had a lot of like gift subscriptions and stuff. So I bet a bunch of those are going to expire and that number's going to go down. And it really hasn't. Like, we're very, very blessed to have some viewers that do gift subscriptions from time to time, but we also have the vast majority of people are ongoing subscribers that subscribe and they come and they hang out and they chat and are often streamers themselves, so that we get to go hang out with them. And I don't get a chance to say it as frequently as possible that we love the people that stop by and lurk. We love the people that stop by just to chat or say hello and see what's going on and let us know what's going on with them, maybe before they stream themselves or off to their next thing. But we also really, really appreciate the people that continue to subscribe and come back. And just the other day, we had Mia and Patikin who both resubscribed. I know that Azric had recently resubscribed. Moo and Grumpy have both been running subscribers. I will not be able to name them all. I'm just sort of like... I keep, it occurred to me today that I look at that number of subscribers and I was like, oh, but in 30 days that'll be down, and it just never is. And I just wanted to take a second to thank you. I also do want to circle back around that I saw another round of discussion on Twitter about how quote unquote like lurkers may not count towards viewer numbers on Twitch. I neither know nor care what that means. And also, I don't think that people were complaining about it. I think they were just noting that Twitch may not take into account people that are watching, if only occasionally, but otherwise not chatting. And I just mostly love the idea that people would have us on for any reason, whether they are actively watching, checking in from time to time, or treating it like a podcast, or anything in between. So I also want to take a moment to just thank the people that come by and lurk and hang out, and maybe they're reading the chat, but much like me when I'm watching Twitch streams, sometimes I'm driving, sometimes I'm engaged in other stuff, so I'm listening to it but not actively engaged in the chats. And just thank you everybody. I just wanted to take a second to say that. Now with that said, I want to go find somebody fun to raid. Ronan and Samalander and Fox McCloud are all saying GG. Samalander at least briefly thought that the game was welcoming Fox McCloud and that my whisper fit it really well. And Azric is also putting up some hearts in chat. I feel like we're far enough along now that I can share that we have been quietly in the background pre-recording some stuff that can be published on the channel at a later time. And this is something that we might talk about from time to time, but the goal there is, again, because of the number of subscribers that we have, I feel it very, very important to maintain sort of a running level of content, that people are subscribing always as an investment in the next 30 days. It's not what you've done before, it's what's coming up. So I do want to share with people that in the event that I were to get sick, or something else bad were to happen, where I might have to be away from streaming for a while, we are starting to pre-bank some stuff that could be published at the time. And before anybody thinks like, you know, oh, but like Wilder Myth is so much better with the audience engagement, this is specifically things that we would not be able to engage with the audience the way that we normally do. So I just wanted to share that if I come down with the flu or COVID, we'll at least have some stuff that we can put up so that the channel doesn't suddenly go completely dead. And I only share that because I want you guys to know that's what it means when you subscribe, that we want to make sure that we're providing additional content to cover up that time, and we take it seriously. And that's all. I just wanted to share that. It's been something we've been working on in the background for, I'd say, about the last 7 weeks, and so we should have some stuff to put up if we ever have to bridge the gap. And if not, we'll put it up at some point when hey, maybe there's just a break in stuff. So that's being worked on in the background as well. Okay, that is enough of an outro. Next thing that happens is we're gonna find somebody fun to raid, and we'll see you guys again most likely on Saturday for an additional stream. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.